Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your cast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RAJJ ROYALE podcast. Hopefully, everybody is doing fantastic. Wonderful to see you. Jenna's still doing her makeup. It's so nice to have you all. Jenna's used to this stream being completely late. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce everybody one by one to the RAJJ stream. Well, first things first, where the fuck is my co-host? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, co-host, Trainwrecks TV. Why aren't you on camera? Is there no room for you?
Yeah, we're gonna wait till the first person gets kicked,
No,
right?
John can leave and then I'll let you in.
Oh, well, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm pretty much naked right now. I'm gonna get a sweat.
Dude, he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing that he does. He's jerking off with the boys right now. You know,
No,
the boys in the call.
No, I find it extremely inappropriate when there's girls in the call. So actually, that's not what I do. It has to be all men in the call.
Sorry, you're right.
It's
Wait,
some,
did you?
Yeah.
Were you? Is that what you were
Wait,
doing?
this is an example, by the way, of toxic masculinity. You would assume that it's okay for other guys in here, that they'd be okay with you jerking it, but you don't like think
No,
girls
it's
would? Like why would that be okay? Why would I be okay with you
perverted and
jerking off while I'm talking to you?
It's a respect thing. It's a respect thing. The fact that
So you
the
don't
left
respect
like
me,
you
Train?
can
I
turn
think it's the
turn
same reason
respect
why
and
men share
chivalry.
change rooms.
The fact that left like yourself can turn respect and chivalry into toxic masculinity is just disgusting. It is another example of why the left are brainwashing leftist cucks.
It's going to be a long stream, lads. I can tell you right now. A long fucking stream.
It's all the chemicals.
So you're telling me the average guy would be chill, and maybe you guys had different dressing rooms than I did when I was in school. I've never gone into a dressing room before and seen a guy just fucking jerking it though, like on the bench, like just jerking off. Me, like I'm just doing it with the bros. You think that's like a normal thing?
Fucking in it with the boys.
How is public with your dick out and your fucking cum shooting everywhere in the sky like a goddamn ball? How is that?
Look at Pokimane's face. He's like, what?
Okay, let's train. Everybody say hello to my co-host. He's back. His name is Trainwrecks, everybody. Twitter.com/TrainwrecksTV. Welcome aboard the show. Let's introduce our guests one by one. Andy Thickalakis, welcome to the RAJJ show. Everybody say hello to him. Thank
What's up,
you.
babies?
Thank
How
you
y'all
so
doing?
much. Just celebrated his 23rd birthday. So happy. Happy birthday, Andy. Everybody feels birthday, man. Yeah, sorry. All right, everybody welcome Andy Feels birthday, man, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing to the RAJJ stream, Izzy Bear. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for being here. Wonderful to have you.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for bringing me back.
No problem. Welcome. So happy to hear you and your opinions. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to the RAJJ stream, Jenna! Kick Jenna! All right, Jenna, welcome to the RAJJ stream. Thank you so much for getting dressed. She was sitting here naked for a brief period of time.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you. Everybody say hello to Jenna, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing
I was just trying to show Badbunny my tits.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. She has been a very bad bunny, that's for sure. Okay, welcoming to the RAJJ stream, representing the 0161 from Manchester, England, Mr. Sliker.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shonkum, yo, West Side. And any other fucker that's gonna fuck with me in this stream, be prepared. That's what I'm saying. No Zerker today, but let me just say this. You get me?
No.
Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sliker. Canute! Introducing, welcome to the RAJJ stream.
Hey, Raj.
Hello.
I'm already sick of listening to all these fucking leftist American SJWs there for fucking half an hour. I was about to fucking leave listening to them crying over something dumbass bullshit.
He's already mad. He's already mad. Monkass is flying through the chat.
Canute smash.
And Gachi Bass is also. Lads, ladies and gentlemen, he's missing half his teeth, but he spent all the money on his dental care for a brand new Supra. Lads!
Listen, any wanker that puts free head in the chat, I'm going to fucking ban you because I'm a mod in RAJJ's stream. So fuck you all.
Welcome to the RAJJ stream, Mr. Ali. Thank you. Welcome
Serious?
aboard the RAJJ Royale
I'm fucking
podcast.
serious. I'm a mod.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a radical leftist, communist, everything you love about the internet, Mr. Hassan Piker. Yes.
I'm here to protect all of my queens, okay? That's what I'm here to do.
Aww.
Welcome.
White Knight.
Thank you for so much for being here on the RAJJ Royale podcast. Welcoming to the RAJJ Royale podcast, Miss Beautiful Pokimane! Thank you so much for being here, Pokimane. Thank you so much. Welcome to the wholesome environment that is the Raj stream. That is very wholesome.
Very wholesome so far.
Yes.
Extremely wholesome.
It's very wholesome. Right. Everybody smile in the chat. Show how wholesome you are. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the Raj stream, Mr. Destiny. Oh, Destiny, hello.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, my fire alarm has been going off a lot today, so if I mute, it's because it was just going off. Sorry.
Who's
But hey,
who's
what's up?
cooking? Who's cooking in there?
I don't know what's going on. Apparently, some kids were vaping in the elevator last time, and it set it off. But
Oh God, those damn
if I
kids.
mute- I muted
Those
because of that.
damn kids. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the Raj Royale podcast. I think this is last but not least, Mrs. Badbunny. Woo! Ow! Yes. So excited to
Hi,
have you.
everybody.
Yes, so nice to have you, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Raj Royale podcast cast for February 2nd, 2017. 19!
First try.
Everybody say hello. Let's start the timer. All right.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 second. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the rules. If this is your first time on the Raj Royale podcast, let me iron out the rules, okay? This is how it works, all right? So this is how the Raj Royale podcast works. There will be multiple different rounds. At the end of every round, you will be given a choice to vote, and you will vote for who you want to keep on the podcast, right? Train, is that you knocking?
That was me.
Yes,
My bad.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
My beef, sorry.
No, it's you
Okay.
knock. Is it? Okay. All right.
Oh, I thought you meant like hitting the mic.
All right, there we go. There's
Oh, that is
Train.
Josie.
All right. So, anyways, as I was saying, you would vote for who you want to keep. What?
Dude, that's my secret username for my appearance.
Are you serious?
Mute your appearance.
Mute your shit.
Please mute.
Train, mute your
Fucking
appearance.
amateur hour, dude.
Oh, I muted it, dude. But that was my secret name for my appearance. Can I change that thing?
Yeah, you can. I mean, now it's leaked to the public, but that's all right. I mean, now we all know exactly what your secret appearance is. Thank you very much. What kind of fucking name is Jose and the Pussycats, anyway?
Hey, listen, I figured I can't do the actual Josie, so I did Jose and the Pussycats, you know.
All right, okay. All right, sounds like a good band. Like an old swing band. Anyway, so the rules go as follows. You vote for who you want to keep on the podcast. That person with the most amount of votes will choose between the lowest amount of voted people on the podcast. And then the person with the last person standing on the podcast wins the whole podcast and wins a brand new Wood Watch by George! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! That's amazing. Pog Champs in the chat, I'm sure everybody here could use another Wood Watch by George in their arsenal. Okay, anyways, as I was saying. All right, so there was something that, there was a clip or something that, oh, wait. Oh, God. All right, anyway, let's go forward here. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Great.
Hungry.
Good. Amazing. Amazing. So we have tons of topics here today, and we're going to actually have some because Destiny complained that we didn't have any last time, right, Destiny?
I don't think I complained about that. Don't put this on me.
Well, you did. You did, remember?
Okay.
But that's okay. That's all right. So we made some new topics. All right. Okay, so we've got tons of topics. I'm going to probably shoot some off here, and then you guys can probably just choose which one you're most passionate about. That's just kind of what I like to do because it's kind of hard to determine. All right, so let's see here. Okay.
Good, strong start, Raj.
Yeah, I know. I should have had something ready to go. Why is one of the topics, should white people have allowed Hassan's mother to come here from Turkey?
Oh God.
What the fuck?
Who the fuck put that on the list?
That's definitely a Jesse Lee Peterson reference, probably.
No, I think it's from your debate where you were debating that guy and asked why his fucking like white inbred parents should be.
Yeah, wasn't that Jesse Lee guy?
Yeah, that's
though?
Jesse Lee Peterson. Yeah.
The actual complete idiot. That guy is so stupid.
Dude,
Hey,
I didn't watch
don't
your
be
Hassan.
intolerant of other people's opinions. Damn, okay? It's just a different
Me?
perspective.
That's
all right?
true.
He
That's
got
true.
classic
Everyone's
leftist
opinion
once
is worth
again, dude.
listening
We
to.
fucking go.
That's
Classic
right.
left.
No, Bad Bunny. He called Destiny a beta. He was so right. I saw the whole thing.
I mean,
That was a great interview.
Just-
I mean, Destiny's kind of a
At
beta,
least
so.
Thanks.
yeah, he can't see it's wrong.
Beta.
So
Destiny's alpha as fuck. Okay, not everyone has to. Not everyone has to have the same
the
kind of
sword
physical
down.
aesthetics.
Do you
that-
need to put the
alpha,
sword
okay?
up for Destiny as well?
I'm cringing
Hell
right
yeah,
now. Holy
man.
shit.
All of my queens.
I love it. You calling Destiny a queen? That's
That's
fucked
what he
up.
said.
And
So-
king.
And he has to
we
call him a
watched
queen.
Justin
And he
Bieber
shares
today,
80% of his
that's the girl
viewership with him.
Oh, high
okay.
roading train wrecks here.
So I actually wanted to talk about first. I wanted to talk about the Free the Nipple campaign. Has anybody heard about the Free the Nipple campaign?
Yeah.
This is like
That shit's
10 years old,
old.
isn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was old.
Well, it's new now because I'm talking about it. All right. It's brand new. Okay, we just heard about it. Okay. So I'd like to talk about the Free the Nipple campaign and how it pertains to Twitch or whatever you want to go with it. I mean, unless we bring up topics that are age old anyway.
Body painting.
Yeah.
I've got a question. Pokimane, what do you think about these girl streamers that do the painting of the body? What do you think? I'm curious. I want to know her take on it. I want to know her take. I just want to know your opinion on it.
I've honestly never really watched the content. And I've never done the content, so I don't
either.
feel like I have a
Caddy.
very developed opinion upon it. How about you, Gross Score? How do you feel about these women on this site doing body painting?
No, how do you just feel about women in general?
Hey, listen, I've got a girlfriend. I can't comment. All right. Yeah.
Okay, what about something you can't
Like
comment on? How do you feel about
sliding
dads
away
changing
from
diapers
answering
with their
anything?
daughters?
So hold on, no. I just out of curiosity, is there any male influencers that body painted? Like, could a man like body paint his penis?
Oh.
Yeah, there's one guy who did an elephant trunk on his dick, and he didn't get banned.
Oh, really?
No, he's lying.
That's bullshit. He's lying.
Okay. So like, I'm just
so happy.
like just out of curiosity, like, have men ever done that before? Like, have men been able to do body painting? Should men be able to do body painting on Twitch and show their penises?
Now we're gonna see Greek do
Wait,
it
since
for
when
sure.
do women
Now that
show
we
their
talk-
genitals when they body paint?
There we
Sounds
go.
fun.
I was waiting for Destiny or Hassan to jump in and attack that comparison of breast genitals, but it
Tons
ended up
of
being
yeah.
Badbunny and not Destiny or Hassan.
I love that. I love that. Like we don't have to even have a take, but reactionary train over here has to make a straw man approach for us. Anyway.
Oh, straw man approach. No, that's just called
Yeah.
a factual approach of what you two believe in.
Oh, it's a factual approach. I mean,
Oh,
it wouldn't be-
100%.
It'd be
Hey,
factual if we
100%.
actually did it.
Wait, so the factual approach is that breasts equal genitals? Is that the
No,
factual
the factual approach is not that, because I actually agree with that.
Wait, then why did you
Wait,
call
what?
someone out for saying it?
I didn't. I said thank you for bringing it up.
I'm so lost. I'm sorry.
I'm so
I'll
confused.
stop talking.
Yeah, I don't
That was
understand
such a.
either.
Oh, dude, no, that was. What is it? That's a backtrack, Andy.
No, that's staying consistent. I'm asking.
What is
that's a
Trey,
good question.
What does high roading mean? I don't know what that fucking means. Me and Sliker don't know what that means. What does that
Anytime
mean?
you say that Train is wrong about something, he says you're high roading him. That's basically what it is.
No,
Oh,
there's
okay.
actually a really good reason why he says high road. So some people use guilt, for example, to get out of something
Exactly.
they've done. No. I completely agree with Train on this, actually.
Thank you.
Feel free,
What?
Train, to
No, that's
explain
such a
how
dumb
people
take. What?
High road on
That's
Twitch.
such a high
you
road
can
take.
get
No,
in
no, you
trouble
can-
for shit they do.
You can high road, I agree, but Train
Yes.
says high road every time somebody disagrees with him.
No, I don't.
It's
No,
like
no,
someone's
no,
straw
no,
manning or ad homing you. It's like one of those fallbacks. So you just think it's going to shut down the conversation, but if you know better, it doesn't. What's high roading, Train?
What's high roading?
Yeah, what does it mean to high road?
It's when people milk the most obvious PC answer they can. That's what it is. That's exactly
is
what
that?
it
What does that even
High-roading.
mean? Wait, what is that? Okay, can you give me an example?
So, for
no,
example-
that description
example-
makes sense.
For
No,
example,
it doesn't.
Okay, I've got an example.
I'll give you a great
do-
example.
Okay. Let me just talk real quick. I agree with Destiny. He overuses it, and anytime he feels like defensive, he'll call you high road. But milking the PC perspective, even if you don't agree with it, is trying to take the high road on something that you don't necessarily agree
Yeah.
with. I feel like that's
So what you just said, I agree that it's generally it implies a level of insincerity. Like you don't even
Yeah.
agree with this, but you're doing it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
high
yeah.
roading. I agree with that
It's
100.
Isn't high roading just another way of saying you're virtue signaling?
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
What's the
I
difference?
wasn't. Yeah, I didn't know about this one. I've only heard.
Hassan,
Train
your
say-
education
Yeah, I
is
never
too
heard
high
of
for
this.
this stream.
What? Wait, who said that? What?
Let's continue the show.
Yeah,
So,
sorry.
Bad Bunny asked the question. Can you compare genitals to breasts? Continue.
Huh? No, you're making a comparison of like, can men
I was
body
not making
paint?
any comparison. I don't know why you're coming at me. That they were.
Okay, whatever. Somebody's making comparison of like a dick is the equivalent to women's breasts. First of all, the women wear like pasties, right, over their nipples.
Yeah.
So we're not even showing like the actual. For some reason, the nipple is like such
No.
a sacred part of the boob.
But
which
like,
isn't
wait,
really
but hold on.
anything.
So wait, you can't body paint your vagina?
I don't.
No.
I don't.
I mean,
I
you
don't
can.
Usually, okay, that's where
You
I was
can. You
trying,
just can't do it on camera.
that's where I was trying to chime in. Like most people who actually do body painting and take it to like the artistic form and want to do something, wear like skin tight underwear, no matter which gender they are, that gives it like a flat flesh look and paint over that. None of it actually has to do with usually showing off your genitalia.
Like the whole.
There are cases where people
Show
will
me
do
your genital.
genitalia,
Show-
and body
show-
painters like
show
Andy
me
made
your
the joke that
genital.
exists, just not on Twitch. But the primary people who are doing it as an art form still cover the genitalia.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I guess the crux of the conversation is like, why are women's nipples such a taboo thing, whereas men's nipples aren't? Because we're already saying that if men body paint on Twitch, they're not wearing pasties, right? They're
Yeah,
showing
they
their
are.
nipples.
I've seen a couple that they do wear pasties.
Oh.
Men? They don't
Yeah.
have to.
I know they don't have to,
That's-
but they
I think
do.
you do. No,
But
I
the
think
fact
you
that
do.
women have to, that's the thing. Is women have
Okay.
to, men don't. So I guess that's a whole free the nipple thing, I'm assuming.
Are we
right?
100%
I don't know.
on this?
Well, no,
100%
but
on what?
even without body painting, guys are allowed to be shirtless walking around.
Mm-hmm.
If a girl was on the beach topless with her tits out, like she would get banned.
I've gotten banned for all sorts of things without even showing like nipples. I was like, if I wear something that's too short and it shows like too much like skin
Too
under.
much pussy. Oh, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, too much puss. Yeah, exactly. Twitch
Too
is,
much
Twitch
ass
is
cheeks.
anti-puss, apparently.
Well, if a
No,
dude
like-
was wearing some short shorts with his fucking balls hanging out, he's gonna get banned too.
Right, but like labia hanging out would also be a bannable thing. Like this is a genitalia versus.
I don't understand why we're talking about genitalia when
Neither do
the
I.
actual
Genitalia?
conversation should revolve around male nipples are acceptable somehow in certain circumstances, but female nipples are never accepted in any circumstance.
Hassan, did you know that?
Male streamers have gotten banned? Male streamers have gotten banned, to my knowledge, for even having another female behind.
Wait,
closed
so
doors or
you think
behind
that
the
you think that females should be able to have their breasts out openly on Twitch?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah, of course you don't have a problem with it. You dated a porn star as your last girlfriend.
That is the most non sequitur ad hom I've ever heard in my entire life.
The point here is, here's the difference.
Wait, Trey, you did that on here.
Women sexualize the breasts.
people.
Men do not. Women sexualize the breasts. Men do not. That's the difference.
Well,
That's
no,
the
it's usually men that sexualize
Wait,
women's
Train,
breasts.
why are
It's not
you
always
so
women.
angry about this, dude?
Did Train just make a
Sliker, come in. I'm dropping facts. It's facts.
Wait,
it is
Train.
literally facts.
No,
it is
all your
facts.
facts consisting of like men do this and women do that? Are these all your facts?
In a
Listen,
perfect
listen,
world,
listen.
women
you
should be
confused
allowed
of
to
anything
do
else?
that, right?
Hey,
But we're
Slicker's
talking
gonna
about
talk
business-
now.
Thank
From
you.
a
Slicker's
business
gonna talk now.
standpoint, no,
After
from a
Andy.
business
After
standpoint,
Andy.
it doesn't
After
make sense.
Andy. After Andy. Go ahead. Finish,
From a
Andy.
business standpoint, it doesn't make sense to be like, well, women should too. Okay, later Twitch as a brand, later fucking sponsors, later everything. Like, you can't just change things like that in America and be like, well, women should too. Okay, say goodbye to fucking any money.
I'll
Well, the
chime in
thing
after
is,
Sliker.
Andy, in Canada, there's a law where we can go out as women with our tops off in public. as
Canada
much
isn't
as
real. It's not a real
But
place.
Hey,
you
okay,
don't
so like,
see any women with their tops
True.
off on television.
you can do it in places in America too. Here in Maine, it's legal.
Yeah,
That's
but you
why
can do
I
it
can't stream my Pride
anywhere
parades
in Canada.
because
anywhere.
you can leave
just
Maine at
fucking
any
whip
time,
your titties out and
regardless
chill.
of your
But you
gender.
don't
If
see
you
it on
walk
TV,
outside-
Izzy. There's a reason why it's not on TV.
No?
It's not when you go to nice presentations. It's not in business meetings. It's not allowed in stores. There's a reason why.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess men doesn't go shirtless into business meeting either. So
Yeah, exactly.
We're
There's
not
a
talking
reason
about
why.
what. Stop. No one's talking about it doing it.
Damn.
why do you even
You
mention
just fucking wrecked your point. Holy shit.
Oh, Canute, I fucking love you. I'm gonna give you a hug and smack your ass with consent.
Did you know
You're
that?
right. No one should be
I'm
going
consent.
around
Oi.
with their fucking shirts off. Going
Yeah,
into
we should be
stores
covering
every
up
day.
Wait,
everyone.
why are we being
Everyone.
so stupid about this? Hold on, no one is saying you
Wait,
should go to a
guys,
fucking
One second. One
business
second. One
meeting
second.
fucking
Destiny, go
topless.
ahead. Yeah, please.
No
go
one is
ahead.
saying you should go to a fucking business meeting topless, but if you're out
Exactly.
running, or if you're
But
at
it
the
was
beach,
rules,
or if you're at the
Destiny.
what?
It was
That's
a
why you also
rule.
shouldn't do
They
it on
couldn't
Twitch.
go into business meeting. It was a fucking rule.
What are you gonna try?
What does this have to do with the difference between how the male breast and the female breast is treated?
Basically, what Canute's trying to insinuate is you can't go topless into a meeting if you're female or male. It doesn't matter.
No one is
who you are.
arguing that women should be able to go into business meetings with their fucking boobs out. Has anybody
No one's
said
arguing
that?
that. I'm using that as an example for basis.
Wait.
For example, if you can't go into a business meeting with your fucking tits out, should you be on Twitch with your fucking tits out?
Right,
Twitch is not a business meeting. We couldn't have a
There's so many different rules and so many different rules surrounding a business meeting that would never apply to Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, one second.
We say
can't say I'm
dumbass
gonna
shit all the
suck
time
my
on Twitch,
father's
and it
dick
actually.
in this
Yeah, but you
thing,
can't
I
like you
see it
can't
on
go to a
Twitch.
store
able to do
either.
that.
You can't.
Right.
It's improper nudity.
Right, let me just clear this up.
Yes,
Pokimane, listen, Pokimane, can you stop talking? You're so annoying. You're talking way too much. Can you give someone a chance?
Ali, would you leave her alone, please? For God's sake.
No!
Leave her alone, Ali. What is your obsession, three-head?
I will say this. Men's nipples do nothing in our lifetime. Women's nipples breastfeed. Fact. Did you know that? There is no purpose for a man's nipples. Yep.
Let me rephrase.
Hide them.
You are so smart, Grosko. So smart.
Let me rephrase. Women don't, not all women sexualize their breasts, and not all men don't. Blah 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 blah. What I meant was, are overall, in general, are women's breasts not seen as more of? Is it not a sexual? How can I say this without you fucking assholes
are
taking
more
it the worst way
sexual-
possible?
No, here's the problem.
Go
Oh my
Train, go
fucking god!
ahead.
Hold on, this is like the most autistic conversation I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay, this is the problem. There are parts of a person
it got
that
even
can be
worse.
sexualized. There are parts of a person that can be sexualized and can't be sexualized. For instance, like a woman's legs, for instance, is a good example of something that can be sexual or can't be sexual. But the difference is that if you want to wear shorts as a woman, you have the opportunity to do that. For a woman's breasts, there is no escape from that sexuality. If you want to go to the beach topless, or if you want to work out without a bra or topless, you don't even have the option to do that. You'd never have the option to remove that sexualization of your breasts. That's the problem. That's what people complain about. Not going to a fucking business meeting with your fucking tits hanging out. I don't even know why the fuck we're talking about this. This is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't know who brought up a business meeting. Who cares a fuck
No,
about a
I
business
did
meeting?
because I'm trying
Okay,
to.
let's get back at it.
Destiny, to bring some facts in there. To bring some facts in there, in a lot of countries, women are allowed to do work. No, in Europe in general, a lot of women are allowed to go to gyms in just bras, sports bras, where men have to wear t-shirts, like long sleeve, not long sleeve, but short sleeved shirts. So
Wait, what?
Yes, there's a lot of countries where that actually is the rules.
The fuck? What the fuck kind of? That is a weird ass rule, dude.
Yeah, but so it's not a problem here. Like, it's the opposite. As a woman, you can dress more sexual than men.
Wait, what is the point of this though?
But hold on, the whole point here that we're talking about is should you be able to dress without your top on Twitch? That's the whole topic here.
I think I made a
Well,
pretty
look,
good argument.
right
From
now,
a business
as it
standpoint,
stands,
makes no sense at
there
all.
are different circumstances in which male nipples or male presenting nipples or whatever the fucking socially correct way of saying that is, male nipples are allowed under certain circumstances. Okay, but if I were to take my shirt off right now, or if Canute was to take his shirt off right now, it most likely would not be allowed either. I think you could still get banned for that if you're shirtless.
Yes,
so
that's
why
true.
can't we apply the same exact concept to female nipples? That's simply what I'm saying. Like when I went to the porn awards thing, I was terrified. There were pasties everywhere, thank God. But I was worried that I would actually accidentally like show a nipple on camera or something, not realizing that there aren't any nipples at the porn awards. But I think that that's like a ridiculous thing to ban someone for. Or I think it's a ridiculous thing to ban someone if their like nipples are showing through their t-shirts just because they're female. When
I don't
Canute
think
is
that
out
should
here
be
looking like a
bannable.
goddamn snack, flexing his fucking muscles, wearing this skimpy ass tank top, and no one is saying anything about it.
And I thought
with my penis.
I thought fucking like Twitch TOS was if you would if it's something you would wear out and like in public, if your outfit was something like that, then shouldn't it be allowed on TOS? I thought that's the way most people tried to interpret TOS, and they use that to ban female nipples. But they're like we've already said, there are areas where female nipples can go out in public, but then that's not allowed. And then furthermore, like where do we draw the line? Because like I've watched the Free the Nipple thing. The Free the Nipple thing isn't about like doing fucking business and all that. It's about normalizing it in a social setting to try and desexualize the breast.
But do you think you could actually desexualize a breast?
Well, that's what I'm
no.
that's where I'm going. Like,
why are breasts sexual? Why are breasts sexualized? Explain it.
We don't have them. We don't have them, love.
Developed with women that
Someone explain to me why breasts are sexualized.
Because you don't show it. That's why. Because you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to show it. That's precisely why they're sexualized. It's the element of mystery.
But how do
okay.
because of women
Instinctual
trying
too,
to breastfeed.
dude. There's
Where did
something.
the sexualization begin?
Oh no, for
Guys?
sure.
The
I know,
huge-
but I'm saying that the destigmatization, I can't even fucking say that word. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. It's just if you were to see nipples more frequently, female nipples more frequently on TV, there wouldn't be the same kind of like mystery or stigma around it, and that's
Here's
that's
an
precisely
example.
the
Tribes, like certain tribes that walk around naked, and there's zero attention. You almost like forget that they're naked. You know what I mean? Because it's like such the fucking norm.
Same with nudist.
I thought in Europe, this was also like Europe had already freed the nipple. I thought because like when I was younger, growing up in Turkey, RTL, which is a German television channel, would show female nipples, and I remember having fun with that when I was younger. But I was shocked at first when I realized that Germans don't have the same kind of stigma around nipple showing.
America, like media, is way more
Yeah,
repressed.
dude, I was watching German TV, and like in the middle of a commercial, it was like, "Oh yeah, do you like mine titties? Oh yeah," and then like in the middle, it was just like a random commercial that came on TV.
It was a commercial for like turkey breast or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, some shit. But
Hassan, it's allowed to show nipples on TV in Europe in general.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Most
saying.
of
So
that's
there's less of a stigma, right?
But hold on, but
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
think so.
Do you really think, Hassan, that by showing more boobs, that it's going to be less sexual?
Yeah, I mean, Andy already proved that to you by pointing out the correct example of specific cultures where women have their titties hanging out, and no one actually thinks twice about it.
Even you as the viewer seeing it, even if it's like the first video, after you see the tribes kind of going on with their everyday life and the way they communicate with each other, it becomes so normal that the way it works in your brain, you don't see like, oh my God, their titties are out. Oh my God, their titties are out. It becomes more normal, and you see them kind of just coexisting together.
But
as
also,
like a
we
tribe.
don't know how they got to that point. You know, if the next day Twitch was like, everybody show titties, and then everybody did show titties, I don't think that would be the response, you know?
Oh, no. It's a lot.
That'd
be awesome. Twitch would be way more.
I mean, like,
this even happens.
Slicker,
This
one
even
second,
happens.
I'll
Here we
get
go.
to you.
No.
There we go.
Slicker, go ahead. Say what you wanted to say.
Thank you. The girls, if it ended up like that, and girls were allowed to like show their tits, they are the fakes that show them, because then that's where the money drops in. Don't facepalm, Pokey, because listen, I'm not hard. I am right here, and you see a lot from girls. That shit will get you an erection no matter what, and then that's when.
Are you trying to say that people would take advantage of being able to show their
Here we
tits
go.
for money?
Yes, some girls
I mean,
would.
can't everybody do that
Yes!
if they really wanted to?
Of course. What sort of question is that? Yes.
That part's a fact. It would definitely.
think-
They would get taken advantage of.
100%.
So you can level the playing field. Canute gets to sexualize himself every day, and so do I in different
Okay,
ways.
what? So when a female,
Bulge clip.
Wait, Hassan, how do you get sexualized? How do you? I want to know.
Dude, he refers to his
Instagram. I wear like
Somebody wrote a fan fiction where I went down and literally got fucked by Hassan. They did a
true.
they did a
What
they
the
did a
hell?
fan
And
fiction.
Raj means he
Hassan is
commissioned
able-
it, literally.
And
Yeah.
Hassan is able to read and play a fucking YouTube video about this on his fucking stream. Refers to his Instagram as a thirst trap, and there are about 10,000 horny fucking gay guys and another 50,000 horny women out there that are just constantly in and out blowing him up about how fucking hot he is.
So you're a
That's
sex
90%
icon,
of his
Hassan.
fucking chats.
He's a sex icon.
You're a sex icon? Damn.
I don't
Hassan,
think so,
remember-
but
I have
I
a
don't know.
question.
Yes, please go ahead,
Whatever helps
Pokimane.
me-
Please.
Whatever helps me spread those bread pills, brother. That's.
All right.
he dated a porn star. Remember, of course. He's gonna be
Go ahead, Pokimane. Please go ahead.
Wait, what porn
All right,
star?
my question is, does anyone actually know whether not wearing a bra and, let's say, wearing a regular t-shirt can result in a ban? Like, if you can see your nipples through the shirt.
It depends.
I
Yeah, can
actually
you see
asked
it
that
and would you
question. I
sexualize
actually
it?
emailed Twitch
Jenna
about that
almost
exact
covered
question.
herself.
And
Wait, let me guess. Did they not reply with anything specific or tell you if it was actually right or wrong?
Yeah, exactly. They said
Every
that.
fucking time.
Thanks so much for your question. We can't really assess this question properly unless we see like the stream or something.
It's
Like,
because it was an
I
automated
gave them-
response.
I was
Okay,
out.
exactly. I can pull it up, but it was useless. It was really
So
frustrating.
I guess it's kind of like if you can really tell, or if there's much stream focus on that, or if there isn't, and it's kind of whatever. Right?
I was.
But it seems so silly that like a bump underneath a shirt indicating that you have nipples, which we all have. Like that is actually so. Like I
I
used
think
to
if it's like just there and you're not literally zooming in on it with your
Right.
camera, you're probably fine. But again,
I don't
if
know.
you're like
Yeah, but the thing
cropped
is, like,
like
plenty-
this,
The thing is, like,
White t-shirt.
what I'm
contest.
assuming Twitch's guidelines are.
what
Check
frustrates
out
me,
gameplay.
what frustrates me about this like conversation is I feel like it's not really dictated by what you do. Like if I wasn't wearing a bra and I had like a shirt on, then I showed my nipples or pokey or whatever. It doesn't matter what kind of
Pokey.
extreme I'm. Yeah, okay, yeah. I wasn't even trying to do that.
You have pokey for your nipples? That's hot.
It like doesn't really matter ultimately what I'm doing, because people will sexualize me without me asking them to. People sexualize me when I'm just covered up and I have like a robe around me. They show up and they like.
But they
call me
sexualize
out.
Canute.
Please.
But Badbunny, you can take me as an example, because I do a sport where you actually show off your body,
Yep.
and that's allowed. But I'm not standing there. Oh, fucking look at me! I'm so sexy.
Yeah, you do. What do you mean? I've seen you do that. I've literally seen clips of you do that.
Yeah,
Where you
people have
got
asked
Oh,
him to
like,
flex.
are you
They ask him to flex.
Flex
Yeah,
in front of
Dude, are you
Greek and
lying?
Raj.
people ask him to
No,
flex.
but
Hassan. That's he gives
I
him
know.
the
I'm
request.
just saying that, like, if a girl, what is the female equivalent of that, if not like bodybuilding or whatever? If a girl was like,
ASMR.
The female equivalent,
that'd be
well,
fucking permaband, dude.
Well, like
I
maybe
no,
even
I
no, the
streamed.
female equivalent is
I
literally exactly
streamed.
that. A bodybuilder, that's a woman flexing.
Yeah, but Hassan, I streamed the Norwegian Championship in bikini fitness. There was no problem.
Can I say something?
They were-
Right?
Yeah, go ahead, Ali.
Well, it's all
That's
about
the cool-
context. Well, it's all about context on Twitch, right? Because I was out in London and a woman behind me got a tit out and started breastfeeding a kid. I didn't see it. The fans saw it. It went on live stream fouls. Gross score is banned. Gross score is banned. So Twitch contacted me like, it's context. She's just breastfeeding in public. We won't ban you for that. So that was really nice of Twitch. So it's all context, man. It's all context, man. That's what I'm saying, Sliker.
That's the huge point, though. Like gross. Like the whole free the nipple started because people were, like getting kicked out of fucking restaurants and stores, breastfeeding their fucking kids in public in America. That's where this whole thing came from, and it's all about fucking context and like why we over sexualize it when we fucking shouldn't. Like, is it still sexual when a mom's feeding her fucking baby?
No, because the baby's there.
Some people.
Well, I mean, yeah, some people are into that kind of shit.
Dude, there are some sick fucking videos on YouTube of women breastfeeding, and they get millions of views because there's weirdos that watch that shit, I think.
Yeah, and that should.
Gross. Why did you say it like that, dude? Now it seems like you watch it.
No, there was a guy that debunked it. No, there was a guy that debunked it, bro. There was some weird shit on YouTube.
I have a question. I have a question here. But is there a problem with the boobs being sexual?
That's what I was gonna say. Do you want to take all our fun away from us? Well, what's
So
point
the
of
problem
life?
isn't that boobs are sexual. The problem is that a woman has no choice for whether or not other people are going to sexualize their boobs.
There
So,
it
for instance,
is.
if a woman wants to wear like a low-cut top or whatever and look sexy, that's cool. But if a woman just wants to go to the gym or go to the beach and have boobs showing, she doesn't have the opportunity
part
to
of
do
life.
that.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
know,
want?
but hold on.
Wait, stop. Oh my god.
Like-
Why would you ever respond to something and say that's part of life? You can use that to literally justify any fucking horrible behavior.
Destiny, how many gyms can you go topless to?
Hold on, but Destiny, Destiny,
I don't.
Destiny,
Wait,
I can't put my cock on a caviar plate. It's like it's a sexual.
what? This is why people compare genitals to breasts. Is because
Oh man,
But you
They're
can't
not the
tell
same.
guys to like all of a sudden don't be turned on by this. That's why I'm saying it's part of life. That's something you can't change. There are a lot of
Okay.
things you can change, but you can't tell guys to stop being attracted to fucking female breasts.
Andy,
Wait, but
no
that's
one's,
you.
no one's
sorry.
saying that people can't find things like a turn on. The problem is that when you find it to be a turn on, you get a boner, and all of a sudden now it's someone else's problem. That's the problem. I don't care if you get a boner from watching me or anything else. It doesn't concern me. In fact, more pleasure in your life, whatever. Great.
prefer
I'm
it,
all
though.
for it.
Can we?
Ultimately, if your boner is making it so I can't conduct my life the way that I want to, not because I'm trying to give you a boner or whatever, which is a whole other conversation, but because I just want to exist in the world comfortably, and this all of a sudden you're like, but I have this mad erection,
Is there a
so now you have to get
specific
banned.
situation
That's what's
related
really
to Twitch
problematic.
that you're referring to? Like,
No,
is there
just in
something that you
general.
wish you could do right now that you can't do because there are rules against it made by boners? No, I'm just kidding, but made by this idea.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
if
for me,
Twitch that
yeah.
gets
Yeah,
boners,
yeah.
you're
I'm
banned.
genuinely curious.
yeah, I mean, like I've been banned for. I remember I got these 2 bans for supposedly like sexualizing. Like it was something about me like over sexualizing or something. One of them was, I live in Seattle where there's no air conditioning in almost every single apartment unless you're like a super, super rich person. You have like a doorman and all the shit. But most places don't have air conditioning. So we had this heat wave for like 3 months where every day it was like 95 degrees. It was miserable. I stream for a living and I have like no choice but to stream in my apartment unless I just walk around the world, but it's hot outside. So, and so eventually what I did was I was like, I know I can't wear a bathing suit on stream. Even if I put like, I have a green screen now. Even if I put a green screen of like a pool or something, I can't do that. So I'm gonna wear a bathing suit and then I'm gonna like crop out my face as best I can. Like, or sorry, I'm gonna like crop myself out, kind of like, almost like this, what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm just gonna try to do a stream and be comfortable because I'm like passing out. I can't handle this. So I did that. And then I think I moved like the screen a little bit to show my top and then a little sliver of skin underneath. People spam reported that, and then I got a ban for like sexualization, which it's like, and then I got another one another time because I was trying to stay cool in again like the heat wave because I really just like suffer from like heat.
Is anyone tired of her speaking?
Sliker. But Bad Bunny, get to the point.
I understand. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so like all I'm trying to say is there are multiple incidents of me getting my job being on the line and me actually like losing pay, losing whatever.
But that's how corporation looks. That's not like a guy being.
Holy shit, Andy. I'm not saying that the corporation is not doing this. I'm not saying that.
I live in Vancouver. I'm right above you. So I know what you're talking about, the heat waves, etc. But I also know that an AC unit costs about 150 Canadian. And I just installed it in the room over. So
wait, what?
I mean, you're now living out 3 months
Wait, what?
of your life in extreme heat when you can
can't
go into
deny her
Best
personal
Buy
experience.
and buy a
talking about a personal experience by saying that you have a you what?
That's the dumbest. That might be the dude.
Wait, what? I don't even understand how that works.
Why do you have to take off all your clothes when you can go buy a really cheap AC unit?
Well, in neither of these circumstances,
Bad Bunny, just move, forehead.
I mean, I don't even understand what Bad Bunny's point was, but your point was somehow worse than that.
No, I don't understand what the problem is.
All right, well, there's actually for Bad Bunny, there's actually attire that is appropriate. That is what you're describing. You could wear what they classify as gym shorts, which are booty shorts, but they're classified under gym, so you're allowed to, and you wear a crop top, and it's bare minimum. Yeah, it's what a lot of streamers wear.
I mean, either way, in your example, you said that you had your head cropped typically. Therefore, you kind of recognize that wearing a bikini on stream isn't okay, and then you accidentally showed it, and you got banned for accidentally showing it. I don't see the relation between like what you wish you were allowed to do, because that was kind of more just an accident and people being annoying. But yeah,
right. What I wish I was allowed to do was I wish I could actually contextually wear something and show a sliver of skin like underneath, like on my stomach. No, I can't.
Yes, you can. If you go to a pool,
you can wear crop tops for sure.
If you go to a pool,
crop tops are okay.
Yeah, but look, but of course you can't do it in your room because you're in your room. Like, of course, look, if I were to, like, I couldn't green screen a male locker room and walk around in my tidy whities on stream either. Like, it's all about context, but they're not stupid either, right? So like you can do it.
It seems like you want to though. Why don't you advocate for what
and
you
I
want
don't
to
wear
do?
tidy whities. I don't. But
Raj wants
here's
to,
the thing.
Raj wants to
okay.
do a dual stream where we're both in a bathtub having a conversation.
Content.
Yet
Yes,
he advocates
I'd love
against this. Now.
I'm for this.
Wait, can you do that? Can you walk around in your tidy whities with a green screen?
No.
No? Wait, okay, so Bad Bunny, what can't you do? What can't you do that you can't? What can't you do?
Listen, if you wear a Speedo and you're not in the pool, you're going to get banned. If you're in the pool and you're wearing a Speedo, I mean, don't quote me for this. I'd ask just in case, but Speedo is pool attire. I think you're okay. You understand? That's the context. You can wear a bikini in the pool. You can wear a 1-piece or 2-piece in the pool. But you can't wear it at your desk. It's pretty simple shit.
Twitch is hypocritical. I've had tits on my stream like 3 times and I didn't get banned.
Well. It's all
like you.
No, but Train's right. You can go to a beach and wear a bikini. That's allowed.
Yeah, it's okay.
I've seen a lot of female streamers do it.
Okay, so for me to have
okay, guys, don't you think it's a little silly though that we can't like that like crop tops are allowed, but bras aren't for some weird reason, or even if you show a bra like on the screen, it's somehow considered sexual. Like, don't you think that's a little weird that you can't do it in a 2-piece?
Is considered sexual.
Instead of the whole like
Haven't
breaking
people
it
gotten
down
banned
into
for
one
this?
single.
Am I
I'm
wrong?
sure if you went
I
to
just said that I got.
No, no,
I'm like,
Hassan.
hey,
No
what's
one.
this new bra? And then I tossed it. Who the hell would
Oh
do
no,
that?
no, that's a
no-
different thing. I think.
Listen, no, Hassan. Let me clarify for you. No girl's gotten banned for showing a bra, but XUC's gotten a warning for looking at one. That's the difference going
Yeah,
on.
that,
But
okay.
I got a
Train.
question.
Don't try to turn this into like an incel
The
conversation. Like, we're
SJW.
all-
I'm not.
we're all
I
in
was
this
telling you a
together.
fact.
Conversation about like.
Why
Okay.
is a fact incel? That's a fact. Everyone in chat knows about that. It's a
dude,
fact. Why are you
dude.
making it into incel?
I think
Dude.
that's ridiculous as well. I think both of those instances are ridiculous. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, it's the inconsistency of Twitch TOS that we are having an argument around.
That's
Not
true.
like, and it's not like a male versus female conversation. Okay, it's not like, oh, I guess they just hate XQC because he's a man who looked at a bra versus
I
like,
just
women
told
get
you a
to
fact.
show
The
their
fact-
bras all the time.
The fact
I
you're
think we need a
attacking.
new topic.
just-
Hold on, I have an
Can I
example.
say
No,
something?
I have an
Wait.
example. Savannah just got banned for nudity because she was wearing a shirt where you can kind of see her nipples.
What now? Just
What
now?
is that?
No.
What? I feel like it's
A
so
few
hard
days
for any
ago.
of us to judge that situation without seeing it. Do you have a link for
Well, I
research
mean,
or
I don't-
discussion purposes?
Good job, Pokey, asking the important questions.
I don't
That is
really.
true. That is.
I'm not really able to show it, but I mean, you know.
Can you send it to us though? Can you like?
Yeah, in the Discord or
Can
something.
you blow it
I've
up
been-
into, like a big
Can I ask a
poster
question?
and mail
Yeah,
it to
go
my
on,
house?
AJ.
Who?
Go on. I'm sorry, not
Okay.
AJ. Go on, Ali. Sorry, I was
Okay,
reading a
to
name.
your girls streamers, you don't have to answer this, but I'm curious. Do you get business emails of like fans like asking for like undies to buy undies, like secretive? You don't have to answer it. I'm just curious.
Dude, even I get fucking
Yeah.
emails
Yeah.
like that. Not emails, but like DMs.
And that's why I'm glad I have a
way
community.
worse.
Hey, no one's emailed me, boys. Fuck. Okay, whatever.
Can I just say,
Do you
before we
wonder
move
why
on, or
girls
if we
score?
plan on moving on, all things considered, I would love it if like not wearing a bra was more normalized than it currently is. Because
I just want to chime in. So I've been trying to throw in for like the last 10 minutes on like the whole overall thing, like looking at the whole overall fucking thing. Make the basic analogy, because you all say you can't desexualize fucking tits. Everyone here who has a dick, how much do you fucking sexualize a hand when you're getting a fucking hand job? Like you can use parts of your body for fucking sex in the bedroom that then aren't gonna make you get a huge goddamn boner when you see them on the street. You don't get fucking hard when you see somebody's
Let's
hands.
try.
Well,
Like it's
What?
Some people have hand fetish.
If I see Destiny, her son, reach to this, literally no pun intended, reach to it, I am just. What?
No, I wouldn't reach to this. I don't agree with this at all.
No.
Don't
you
worry.
can sexualize multiple parts of the body for just fucking sex.
Yeah,
Where
like
is that
feet.
Oh
wrong?
my fucking
Where is that
god.
fucking wrong? Feel free
Actually,
to
yeah, we
Oh
did
my
sexualize feet.
fucking god.
Feet are. You can get banned for showing feet.
somebody barefoot.
I,
No.
wait, people keep
You
saying that,
can-
but I don't think that has literally ever happened in all of
No,
Twitch's
Savannah
history.
got banned
What?
for taking a sock off her foot.
You Destiny,
Really?
you can't get banned for showing
Yeah.
feet, bruv.
Mm.
If you sexualize
can?
your
You
foot,
can.
if you
Someone
show
got
your
banned for
foot, it's
showing
okay.
Really?
If you
If
show
you
your
sh-
feet a sexual way, yes, you get banned for it.
Listen, if you show your foot, it's okay. If you show your feet and you sexualize, like, oh, look at my feet, I have such beautiful
Look at
feet.
these
Oh, look
toes.
at it. Like, look at these
Shut up,
sexy
Jenna.
toes. If you do that, you will get banned, and it's obvious why. Like, it's like.
Wait,
It's
I
probably
want-
the same
I
for,
want-
like, any other body
Is there like a
part.
live stream fail thread on this? Has this actually happened? I'm really curious because I don't believe it actually. I'm curious if this actually happened.
If you
I'd say let's get
sexualize.
Savannah-
How about you get your feet out, Destiny? We'll find out if you get banned. How's that?
Why don't you do it, Gross?
All right.
No, don't do it. Keep your foot.
Ali, get
No,
your next
okay, but I
strike.
have a question for the girls there. Do you actually wish to have tits out on stream?
Just no
Is
bra.
that something?
Yeah, so
but-
do
but-
hey,
but-
do are bras uncomfortable? Yes or no? Because I don't know the answer.
Sometimes,
Sometimes
they are.
sometimes, but also
But
it's like
you
sometimes
can-
you want to stream
Pokey,
6
Pokey.
hours, and by the
Can I
end
ask
of
you-
it, it sucks.
Pokey, can I ask
She
you a
also
question?
got, hold on,
Yeah.
Savannah. I just got intel. Savannah did get banned for showing her feet.
I want to, you know.
Hey, Destiny's wrong.
No, listen. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just really want to see the clip because I don't
Yeah,
believe it was actually
same,
seen.
same.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
really
I just want to see the clip too, Raj. Can you link me the
No,
clip?
I want to see
please?
it because if she's like literally like showing her tits and then her foot like shows up on the
Who
screen,
wants to
I'm
see
like,
the
oh,
clip?
look, she got banned for
Now,
showing her
I
feet.
do
I'm
have
just
to
curious,
say,
I really want to know.
I
what the
do have to
context
say,
was.
Savannah
did
does
see-
have an uncanny way of taking a sock off sexually. I don't know how, but she does.
Or if she's got like a fucking bad dragon
Pokey.
dildo in between her fucking toes, and she's like,
that's
oh
kind
yeah.
of
Like,
ridiculous.
Well,
I mean,
on top of that, you have to understand there's context. If someone said, "I'll donate you $20 if you show me your feet, please, babe," like that's that is specifically bannable. Do you understand? There's so many
because the way you guys are phrasing it is you guys are kind of making it sound like if a girl or somebody walks on stream with like in bare feet, they're gonna get like banned. That's
no,
what
they
it's
will
making
not
it
get banned
sound
for
like.
that.
Y'all
They
wanna
will
tell
not
me
get.
Sexual about it. She clearly did.
No one.
I
will
think
get
someone is telling me that someone
Sexual.
asked for her to show feet and she did it. So
Oh.
contextually, what?
That's bad. That's bad.
That's
yeah.
bad.
So
If-
contextually, it seemed like it was a sexual favor being
Yes.
exchanged.
Yes.
And I feel like that's a clear violation of Twitch terms of service.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Wait, so would this, I'm curious, would the same apply then to like somebody's hands? If I donated to like Poki and I was like, hey, can you like show me the back of your hand? And she's like, oh, look, would she get like banned for that?
No, because I think there's more people with foot fetishes than there are with hand fetishes. Fact.
But that's the whole fucking point.
Facts,
Though.
I
Like,
think.
sexualize certain
Facts.
things that then won't be fucking sexualized just in general. So if it all depends on fucking context, why don't all of these conversations depend on context?
No BM, but I feel like quite frequently on this podcast, sometimes you guys debate over things where like no one even knows what the fuck they're debating about. We haven't seen the clip. We don't know the context. We don't know what examples we're giving. What the
That's
hell
what
are
the
we
podcast is all about.
We're talking about
Okay.
this hypothetical, magical,
Hassan, why-
imaginary scenario. What?
All right.
Pokey, that's what this
That's
is
the
all
whole point of
about.
the podcast.
I feel like I just got fucking high roaded. I'm done with this shit.
Welcome to the Raj Royale podcast.
Gatekeeping. I'm so sorry.
Train, I
yeah,
think we
yo,
lost you,
keeping
Train.
high road.
just
Yo,
wanna float,
I got
like,
kicked out. I got
please.
kicked out. I got kicked out. Someone
Shit,
kicked
hold on one second. One second.
So
One
sorry.
second.
So-
Let me fix something here.
I'm
One
not-
second.
I'm not-
Train,
I'm
it's
not-
those fucking leftists once again, dude.
All right.
There it is, bro. Someone gave
censor
Hassan's
you,
mods
dude.
the power
You
to
see that?
kick.
All right. Okay. It's time to vote. Okay, guys. It's time to vote. All right. We are voting on who we would like to keep on the podcast, not kick. Where's the fucking
Raj
poll?
is a liberal, by the way.
You know,
Liptard Raj.
shut up. I'm not a liberal. All right. Here we go. It's time to vote. Let's see. Where is the poll? The poll is in my DMs. Yes, it is. Thank you.
And so am I, Raj.
Oh, yes, you are. You dirty little bitch. Here we go.
Can I ask
Vote.
you a question?
All right,
Slicker?
1 second. You are voting for who you want to keep, but ask your question, Ali. Go ahead.
Slicker, man, what's going on? You're so quiet. Talk, bruv.
Don't what? Bro,
Stop
the
baiting him,
conversation.
bro.
Listen.
He's
the
baiting you.
convers-
He's baiting you, Slicker. Don't worry. I got
Hey,
you. I got
Tribex,
you.
hush. Go on.
No, chill, Slicker. Trust me. I'm saving your TOS. Trust me, dude.
Oh God, the
Slicker
fuck.
doesn't wanna
What
be
makes you, bro? Listen, TOS or not, I have to speak what's on my mind. You get me?
You
When
speak
that's
what's
on
on your
Slicker.
mind, Slicker.
What's on your mind,
Thank
Slick?
you.
Save it for the good stuff.
There's nothing. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing good at the moment. You get me?
I'll wrap this topic up, okay? It's very simple, okay?
We're voting, by the way, Train.
I-
That's why.
Wait, what'd you say?
We're voting. Anyway, go on.
Oh, great. Okay, great. I'll wrap this topic up, okay? In my opinion, it's as simple as this. I don't think anyone here minds. If you want to free the nipple, okay? But the problem is, here's the problem. It's one way or the other, okay? It's not a win-win situation. It's not, okay, free the nipple, they're not sexualized. And then when you want them to be, when you gain the most, they are sexualized again. It is either not sexualized or sexualized, one way or the other. That's my opinion on it. And
I agree. That's
I'm-
actually the best take here. Fuck autonomy of people and fuck people allowing like how they want to be viewed or whatever. Absolutely, you should be a slave to like whatever someone around you is
A
saying.
slave to whatever. I mean,
Okay.
so you want to when it's convenient to not be sexualized, and when it's convenient to be sexualized, and
Yes.
have the
Oh my God, you just said it. Yeah. Imagine if we treated
they're
people as
contradicting
people.
views.
That's not contradicting at all. What I'm saying is that you should have the right to decide how you want to present yourself, and you shouldn't have to hold your presentation captive to people that want to objectify you.
So you're
What you
saying
are
wha-
talking about is
you're saying-
literally objectification, like by definition.
No, I'm not. So you're saying
Yes, you-
one day. So you're saying
Oh
one
my-
day. No. So you're saying one day I can
Here
go.
we go
So
again.
you're saying one day I can say, do not objectify my breasts. They are not sexual. That's my argument to showing them. And then as soon as I want to show them, actually, you know what? They are sexualized. Oh, look at my breast. Like those are contradicting
Exactly.
views to
So
get
one
what you
day,
want.
one day, maybe you could be at a pool. You could be wearing a very sexy fucking bikini, and you want to be sexy, and you don't care if people think you're sexy, and that's cool. Maybe the next day, maybe you want to breastfeed your kid in an airport. In one circumstance, you don't want people to sexualize your breasts. In another, you're okay with it because
But
of the way
you
you
realize,
present
but
yourself.
you realize, in order to get one of them, you're preaching the contradicting belief. You understand
When you
that,
go to the
right?
hospital, if the doctor touches your ass or your dick, do you expect him to be looking at them in a sexual manner, or do you think that there's a time and a place
I
where we
do.
can sexualize things?
I don't. Whatever I believe, I expect the doctors do, and I'm like, listen, I apologize. This is awkward. I know this is weird. This is my dick. You know, you're touching it. I'm
Why are
very
you
sorry, but
apologizing
hey,
to a
touch my
doctor?
dick.
Hold on.
Job,
Destiny, I want to ask you something. because when I went to the doctor the other day, every doctor, because I'm so attractive, most doctors are uncomfortable to touch my penis. Like, they tell me to get in the robe, and they won't touch it. So why, if they're a medical doctor, they won't ask to look at it?
Stop. The correct answer is because it depends on the procedure you're doing. If you're actually going into like a urologist or something to actually examine your dick, then they're gonna touch it because they usually have to. It's part
I
of what
know,
they're doing.
but this is a 1-year physical, and because the doctor has known me for so many years, she used to touch my cock all the time. But now she doesn't because I'm a grown man now, and it's awkward and uncomfortable for her. If the penis,
they're trying to be respectful of your boundaries
what
because
do you
they're not trying to make you uncomfortable.
What do you mean? It's not like she's on her knees going on my cock.
Exactly. How is that an argument? This is her job.
This is her job.
Can we take the vote? I can't do this.
Okay, all right, here we go. Did I just win an argument against Destiny? I can't believe it.
No, you didn't. Your argument was so bad I can't.
Oh my God, Destiny, you are
After this
lost.
we'll
I
do
can't
it.
believe it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. The vote is in. The vote is in. The winner of the round with, let's see, a percentage of the vote. 22% of the vote is Sliker.
Rigged, mate. Fucking rigged.
Motherfuckers love you.
Listen, it's the Zerka and the 0161 army collabing. Let me just say that.
All right.
It's a manipulation of votes. Wow.
All right, so I can't believe I beat Destiny in debate. That was one of my brightest moments.
Oh my God.
Congratulations, bro.
All right. Destiny, I actually want to do a stream where I actually debate you. I really want to do that. Would you do that? Would you accept? Hello?
Yeah, we can chat about something if you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a hardcore, like formal debate.
No, I want to do a hardcore formal debate. I think I could win.
All right.
All right. Now, Sliker, you won the round. All right. And you are choosing between the two lowest amount of people, Izzy Bear and Bad Bunny. Sliker, please choose.
Easy. Okay, so let me say this. Listen to this. I'm not gonna choose no one, you get me? Shout out to the boy them, shout out to the man them, you get me? Let me say this. I said this before the stream started, you get me? Train, I love you, bro. But listen to this, okay? Izzy said this to me, that I am a homophobic, right?
What?
Oh, last week.
Listen to this, that's called slanderism. Correct me if I'm wrong. Laugh all you want. Laugh all you want. Don't say what, because you were the victim at that point, making me look bad. And I've investigated. Apparently, I don't
just
know.
quit fucking
around.
showboating and just kidding me.
So-
I didn't say you're homophobic. The things you say are completely homophobic.
No.
And I'll
You
stand by that
called
even when
me.
you
You
have-
said
Yeah,
I'm a
because you're being
homophobic.
fucking
I mean,
homophobic.
not homophobic. You said I was a transphobic.
For it,
Okay.
bro.
So
You've
if
been
I said, let me give you an example. I'm not saying you are, but if I said you were a rapist, that's me banned permanent. You get me? So get the fuck out of here.
All right. All right, Izzy is eliminated on the Raj Royale
out of here,
podcast.
man.
But before you go, Izzy, I do want to pause the clock real quick. And can you elaborate on what you were like trying to say? Calling by calling.
Getting me in trouble. You got me in trouble. And listen,
I'll elaborate all day. I tried to do it in the private call before live. Raj, you were already.
I was taking a shit, but
Hear it?
okay.
And I think Sliker walked away too. I tried to say I've seen some of his clips afterward. I heard he's been talking about it and focusing on it. Sliker, I at no point rallied to have you fucking deplatformed, and at no point I would. If those are your ideals,
Okay.
you can fucking hold them.
You've said it multiple times.
At no
on
point
that
have I
stream.
ever called to have
Yes,
you fucking
you
deplatformed.
did.
You can hold
And then you
those
got
fucking
all
views.
these little fucking
Your
bitches
views-
like Hassan
your
and
views
Destiny
are fucking
defending your
terrible.
ass. Defending your
views,
ass.
It wasn't just Hassan and Destiny. It was 90% of the
Making me
people
look
on
like the
fucking
big person
podcast last
I
week.
got in trouble. Nearly got in trouble. You get me?
You
But
didn't
you
actually
get me,
get
man.
in
Still
trouble.
free in
People
that.
are just saying if you got banned, they wouldn't feel bad, and that's not on me. You're the one who said those things, Sliker.
Yeah.
At no point did I call for anyone to fucking ban you, and at no point would I. Good luck with your fucking.
Yo.
Hold on. And by the way, but Izzy, Sliker did tell me that he doesn't believe gay is being a choice anymore. He did cave on that.
Good.
Yeah,
The reason why, let me tell you, okay? Because I still
disagreed. I'm not trying to fucking deplatform him either, and he understood it and we left on fucking polite terms. Like, you're the only one who's still holding this like I'm fucking championing against you. I'm not. I don't give a fuck if you hold those ideas.
I'm holding it because
they're wrong.
I'm holding it because there's reasons, okay? There's reasons behind it.
There's
Because
horrible
it wasn't
homophobic
you, it was after you, I was nearly gonna get in trouble for that. Do you know what I mean?
I at no point put any words in your mouth. I didn't say those things. That is you. You're holding those ideals that other people disagree with. And if you do end up losing your platform, it's because Twitch disagrees with them, not me.
You disagree with them as well. Stop
I
talking
do
shit.
disagree with them, but that's
Hey.
not why you would get banned. I
Oi.
have no fucking power in that.
Oi.
None.
Anyway,
Her
listen,
disagreeing with your
Oi.
perspective has no ban power. The ban power is in the hands of Twitch. It's Twitch.
No, it's called it was
Okay, Izzy.
Appropriately for being fucking transphobic and homophobic, Sliker.
If, like I said, it was slanderous.
Everyone is fucking transphobic here.
They will not ban.
here,
Let me be
dude.
honest. Let me be honest. They will not ban fucking Izzy. Why? Because she's a transsexual. But that's facts.
Oh, God.
Transgender. If you're gonna
Transgender,
fucking try
Sliker.
to act
That's
like
facts. They will not ban her because it's they will see it as because.
But that's not true. Transgender people have been banned from Twitch.
Here we
before,
go. Shut the
dude.
fuck up, man.
That's
The
true.
fuck up. Last
Like,
time you did not defend me that time, and you
people
made me
get
made me look like a little bitch, and then you made that you made Izzy fucking look like a victim, mate. Shut the fuck up.
You make yourself look like a little bitch every fucking time you
You and
open your
Hassan
mouth. You
can
make
suck
yourself
my
look bad.
dick. Shut the fuck up.
Sliker.
You want to be the victim
Oi, lads.
so bad, dude? You want us to cry over it, dude? Yeah, you got it, dude. You're the real victim here. You're right. Saying that you don't understand someone being trans.
Listen,
is one
it's
thing.
not victim. I
Saying
was
that-
speaking.
saying
I was
like-
speaking what was on my mind. Okay,
Izzy.
I was getting
Okay,
stopped
Izzy,
by
thank you so much.
simple.
When people are trying
I
to
love
educate,
you.
that's fine.
Thank you.
Ignorance, it's to some respect, not having knowledge is understandable. But when someone who is literally an expert on the subject and also has
Expert in
personal
what? You guys
experience in the
couldn't
matter
even answer
is
the
trying
fucking
to educate you on it.
benefits. You couldn't answer the benefits. There's no expert. They couldn't. The fucking Izzy was saying the benefit of us is having great sex. That's the only
because you're
shitty
asking
benefit.
Dumbass questions. You're like, what's the
Yeah,
benefit?
well, yes,
What's the
because
benefit of
I
being
s-
gay? Like,
bro.
that's fucking insane.
Well, that's me saying it, and you guys couldn't answer it. You had to come up with
What's
some
the benefit
bullshit,
of you
boys,
being a
and saying
band
I was a
member?
fucking
One at a time,
transphobic.
one at a
That's the
time,
only
one
way
at a
you can
time.
say it. Shut your mouth.
One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. Go ahead, Ali, please.
I'm just Pokimane. Is she's thinking, what have
Oh
I signed up for?
God.
What have I signed up for?
What have I signed up for? I'm just kidding. It's entertaining. Not gonna lie.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Hassan, I have a question for you.
My.
He yells from across the room.
Hassan, I have a question for you. Okay,
Dun,
are you ready?
dun.
And Destiny, I want to answer from both of you, and I want an honest one. Okay.
Oh no.
No, it's very simple. Okay, I love you both a lot. You know, we're gonna meet. And you know exactly what we're gonna do. We've already talked.
Yeah,
about it.
we're gonna jerk it together. We got
That's
it.
right.
What's the
Just
question?
listen here. Okay, it's this simple. If you met a woman, okay, and you're about to take her clothes off, you're attracted to her, you're into her, and she stops you before. She's like, "Hey, listen, just to let you know, I was born a male, but I've fully transitioned. I identify as a female. I am a female," which we respect. She is a female. Would you still continue and have sexual intercourse with this female?
I said yes to this before.
Yeah,
honestly.
me and Hassan actually talked about this before. I said no. He said yes. I thought
Andy.
he was lying.
Andy, I love you,
And
but
originally, and this is after
Oh,
like a
I'm sorry.
lot.
This is a fucking podcast. I can't interject. Like,
Well,
Okay,
I was
and
by the way,
asking
this is
Destiny-
after a lot of
Yeah,
introductions.
Yeah, hold on,
I'll talk about
Andy.
this.
Do you really think this is your show, you're Andy Milanakis, huh? You really think it's your show, you schmammy schmilishmakis?
I'm sorry. Everybody has to be quiet during
Look,
every
no,
train.
I was asking Destiny and Hassan only because.
Okay,
based off-
do you
based
want me
off
to,
of-
do you want me to
based
describe
off-
to you the processes I went through? Because I didn't originally have this perspective. Originally, I was like, I'll admit it. Like, originally, I definitely was like, oh, well, I don't know. I probably wouldn't because that's an important factor. And then you start trying to figure out why you wouldn't do it. You, like, try to fucking make yourself feel comfortable by figuring out what justifications there are for feeling that way. But if I find someone sexually attractive, and I don't really find a lot of cis women sexually attractive anyway. So if I find a cis woman or a trans woman sexually attractive, and we've gotten to that point, and they don't have a penis at the time, and that is where I also, I guess, disagree with the rest of the trans community on this. I'm not saying that they are not a woman if they have a penis, but what I'm simply stating is that if they have a penis at that point, I will be out on that. That's the point where I'm like, okay, I can't do this. But if they don't, if they're post-op and I've already found them sexually attractive, I've had a great conversation with them, and I'm already sexually interested in them, I'm gonna do it. Why wouldn't I? And I think you would do
Good
it
for
too,
you.
Train.
Good for you, Destiny.
But you literally admitted to hooking up with a trans woman on your stream before, and because she had a penis, you stopped. In that instance, you think if she was post-op, you wouldn't have done it?
The story goes a little different, and I'll explain the story in a little bit. But this isn't my point. Destiny, give me the answer. Yes or no?
I would, but I've already talked about this on stream before too.
Okay, good. So listen, here's the issue. Okay, the issue is the way Izzy framed it was: if you decide to stop in that situation that I just gave, then you're transphobic, and I find that ridiculous. And I think it's much more complicated. And I don't think it's that black and white. It's not. It's not. So in that sense, I agree with
reasons why it is completely acceptable for you to stop hooking up with someone. No one is forcing you to have sex with someone. There isn't like an Antifa trans police waiting.
I'm explaining Sliker's point of view because it seems like everyone's milking the position that gets them. That's the safest to correct. In that situation, the way she described that, I believe is wrong. I believe it's wrong.
When we have obviously thought about this and had deep conversations about this.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said, if you choose to stop at that point, that you are transphobic. That's what she said.
I got called transphobic for exactly that discussion on his.
Yeah, me too.
Really, Andy?
I have an issue with that. Yeah. There's an issue with that, and I'm very accepting.
I think so too. I think it's.
I'm very
also. No, Izzy didn't say you're transphobic. She said that is a symptom of transphobia. She did not say.
Well,
also,
no,
she said okay. No, hold on. I have to put this on record because it's really bullshit. It's really bullshit that we always have this conversation.
That's not bullshit.
Go ahead.
And we're having this conversation after she is left, so she can't even defend herself.
I'll let her chime in on voice if she wants to.
Just let me unmute. I've been here for
Hold on, Hassan! I will let her elaborate for the sake of context.
You are all completely misrepresenting it and not following the original. No. Hey, I'm talking. I'm still fucking talking.
Canute, let her speak, please. Canute.
Shut the fuck up.
Canute.
Fuck you, Rush. Exactly those words.
No, Canute, I said you're transphobic because you admitted openly that you don't see trans people as the gender they identify as. You took it so much further than that.
That was after in the beginning. It was, would you have sex with a transgender?
No, that wasn't even the first fucking statement, you moron. No, it fucking wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it fucking wasn't. That's what you turned the question into. The statement was, if you would not be with a trans person because they are trans. I'll go clip the fucking VOD right now. Raj even had me word it.
All right. Hold on. We can't argue on semantics. Somebody pull the clip, please.
Please.
Pull the VOD. Pull the fucking VOD.
Sure.
Let's go into fucking goddamn JFK status. Let's watch the fucking tapes, baby.
Can I just point out one thing here? One inconsistency here. If Izzy or any sort of like blue-haired SJW was screaming in the same way that Canute was screaming, that would be considered SJW outrage and triggered libtard and yada yada.
Guys, listen up. I'm going to start muting people.
A man defending his own rights or his own a man defending against being slandered. Just
go ahead, Sliker. Please go ahead.
Okay, Hassan. So you said if you had sex with a transgender, you wouldn't care, right?
I said.
Okay. So no.
Answer. Fits my already very specific and very shallow.
No, that's not. You did not say. Listen, in them specific technical scientific words, you didn't say it like that. Okay, you said you would
say that. I 100% said that. Why do you think Sliker? You can't reduce the argument into like something completely different.
Okay,
especially
so let me ask you a question.
About being
would you
taken out of context.
Listen, you said that you wouldn't mind. Okay, so would you fuck Izzy? Yes or no? Would you fuck?
No, okay. All right.
No, that's not even the fucking topic.
You're asking if I find.
One at a time. One at a time.
Now you're asking
whether it's Izzy. If you say no, bro, you are.
If you ask me if I would fuck Badbunny,
you are going against what you just said.
Sliker, hold on. Let him explain his perspective.
Or Jenna or Pokey, like it's still inappropriate if you'd ask me to be like, would you fuck Badbunny? Would you fuck Jenna? Would you fuck Pokey? Like these aren't questions that are appropriate to answer in this sort of setting.
And more importantly, they don't even prove anything. Like if you would ask me, are you straight? And then you go, well, would you fuck that person? It's like, well, no. Oh, well, then you're not actually straight. Like, no, what the fuck? That doesn't.
You're proving my exact point. You're proving my exact point. Her question meant nothing when she said, would you fuck a transgender individual after she told you after you were
One at a time.
You reject them. She was saying I reject them on the basis of being. Oh my god, this is such a fucking. Stop.
I watched the VOD.
She's saying
It
if you
was a
reject
word
somebody
for
on the
word what I
basis.
said.
No.
Okay, hold on. Do you honest to God think that her point is that you are obligated to fuck every transgender person?
One
that
second,
asks? I just
one
want to know.
sec.
Can you say yes or no to that?
No.
Okay,
I never
those
said that was a
fucking
point. I never
words.
said that was a point, Destiny. I said if you are attracted to the woman and you go into bed and she reveals that she was once a man and born a man and now she is a woman, which she is a woman.
That wasn't the
If you
original
stop- if
statement.
you stop-
That's where
if you
everyone
stop
keeps
being
forcing the
transphobic.
dialogue.
That
That's where
was
everyone
what she
keeps forcing
said.
the dialogue, trying to look for one moment where it is okay. That is not the original question. The original question, Raj had me phrase it because he likes the way that I phrase it in the conversation that it fucking starts. The original statement is if you would not date a trans person because they are trans, you are transphobic. If you could make a blanket statement that you would not date any fucking trans person. And when Destiny pulled it straight, when people started getting on the genitals, and Destiny said, but people do have their own actual preferences, and worded it in a correct way that didn't focus on just genitalia validating your fucking gender. I immediately admitted to him last week, you're correct, but the dialogue tree everyone else is taking to get there is not based on that same fucking logic. And that's the problem. The problem is your argument comes from a place of societal fucking programming that is a mix of homophobia and transphobia. And that is the problem. And it's not something that can be instantly fucking fixed. And you're not villainized for having that. That's literally the way all of society sees it. And that's the fucking problem.
Do you think people are villainized? That's the
no
argument.
no one's fucking been deplatformed or banned for it, and fucking Canute and Sliker have gone on scale rants about it afterward, and Canute literally admitted that he doesn't talk about this issue because he doesn't see trans people as the gender that they are, and that is why I stated that he is holding some seriously fucking transphobic fucking views. He's not fucking banned for it.
Canute, go ahead, please.
Okay.
Go
you
ahead.
said to me, long before that was even a question, you said to me, you asked exactly what Train said there. Would you have stop because it was a former man transforming into a woman?
No, that's how you keep framing it.
No, you said that, and I said, no, I would never have sex with someone who's born a man. That's what I said, and you said, that's
and that's the problem, is you still see them as fucking born a man and always a goddamn man. That's the transphobic part of the thought process.
We also asked, Canute, you said you don't consider trans women to be
I don't, but that wasn't the question.
You don't. That's the whole point. You just admitted it again.
Yeah,
you don't.
That's
That's the point where it becomes trans fucking phobia.
Canute. That's
yeah,
what
we had stated that I'm transphobic. That's not the question there.
I'm gonna beat my head against the fucking wall.
We have said that, but
Who the fuck said that?
Everyone said that, and I admitted it. Yes. I don't see them as the new gender.
No. I was saying
this.
but I agree with that. No, but I agree with that. I mean, listen, I said it before. I'm not against you. I don't hate you. But like Canute said, exactly the same. I'm the same with him. You know what I mean? But that's not being transphobic. I don't see it as being transphobic.
Which
You know what I
part?
mean?
Of having sex with them or not considering them the gender that they consider
Not having
themselves?
sex with them. And
Okay, because I like you guys are obviously arguing two completely different things.
and no.
That's because the way the
No, but hold on. Let me step in as the host. Hold on. Hey, guys, let me. Sliker, who's talking? Sliker, who's talking? Who's talking? It's me. That's me. Okay, thank you.
in game.
Let me elaborate, Pokimane. I think what they're trying to say is Sliker is saying that he has no problem. And he respects everybody's gender and what they identify as, and
Good shit, Sliker.
However, he says,
I mean,
he is saying that he would not have sex with somebody because they are transgendered, whereas Izzy is responding to say that is transphobic.
So
Is that correct, Izzy?
Okay, this is pushing the dialogue tree. Like, that is the fucking problem. Yes, like last week he went on a full rant about what's the benefit of being fucking gay.
But I did say that is
response.
true, right? Because Izzy, because if we push it the other way, then we're pushing the dialogue tree to Slicker's a hateful person, which is the problem, right?
Like, the things that he said last week don't fucking line up with he is okay with trans people being trans. Like, the things he said last week don't line up with that at all. He asked stupid fucking questions like, what is even the benefit of being gay? And you have to be able to fucking
How about we talk about now and not last week?
Jesus fuck. Because this is all getting pulled up for last week after I got kicked off.
Didn't even answer it. So who's looking stupid now? You came up with the most stupid answer. You came up with the most stupid answer.
I didn't fully just hear what Raj just said. So if you want to fucking repeat and have me give you a yes or no,
So
Raj,
basically, this is what let me repeat what I said, okay? So Sliker last week or whatever, Sliker feels like he has no problem with people who are transgendered or anything, and he respects everybody's gender. Right, exactly. Okay, as in, and I quote verbatim, I couldn't give a fuck, right? That's what he said. Okay, 0161, you get me? I don't care if you're a gal them or a gal them. All right, anyway. And however, he says that he would not have coitus with somebody who was transgendered because they are transgendered. Now, this is where the disagreement comes in, because Sliker doesn't believe he's a hateful person. He believes he's just doing it based on preference, whereas Izzy believes that that is rooted in some sort of transphobic logic. That is the difference.
There's a difference between that's rooted in some transphobic logic and like you're transphobic. You know, there's a bit of a difference.
Okay. Yeah. Could you elaborate on that a little bit more, Pokimane?
Because I feel like the way Canute and Sliker might be reacting is because they feel like they have been called transphobic. And I don't know the full context on both situations, but I really like the way Hassan phrased it initially. And it's just like, if you maybe don't want to have sex with someone, that doesn't immediately make you the full end of the spectrum.
It's like I said this. If I didn't want to have sex with a gay person, does that make me homophobic? Block clot, you get me?
I get you. But yeah, so I was just trying to
quiet
see
everyone. Hassan,
I understand from Izzy's point of view if she feels, oh well, that's maybe a bit ignorant and it's based off of something that is rooted in transphobia, etc., etc. I feel like that is a different stance than just like that makes you full on transphobic. So I was trying to get clarity on that.
That makes sense. So Izzy, is that an okay place to come? I'm just out of curiosity with that. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Is that an okay perspective to come with it and say you maybe perhaps have some transphobic rooted feelings as opposed to saying you are transphobic?
That's how like it keeps getting fucking word policed, and we've had that fucking debate every time. Raj, you've seen it a few times now.
Yes, I've been
every time
involved,
that this
yes.
goes down the fucking dialogue tree, that's where everybody starts trying to just word police and talk about, well, I don't want to be considered a full blown transphobe, and we say all the time, all the fucking time.
The conversation that really bothers me about this, the conversation that really bothers me is like the same kinds of arguments that we're having right now, not specifically about sex, but the larger picture when we're having conversations surrounding trans rights, or a trans person's right to existence even, or a trans person's right to be called whatever gender pronoun they choose, right? But it is never centered around extreme example, because sexual preferences are they're deeply personal, and transphobia could be a contributing factor to why you're making a sexual preference. But what's really frustrating to me is that a lot of times this conversation often shows the other side's true perspective. In this instance, when Canute originally started out by saying, I'll call anyone their, whatever their gender preference is, that's courtesy and that's great. I'm glad that Canute feels that way. But then he turns around and says, I don't believe a trans woman is a real woman. That's their true perspective. That is actual transphobia. And if I were to push Sliker on this, and if I were to ask Sliker, I'm sure that he would say the same thing. Sliker, do you consider a trans woman to be a full woman?
No!
Okay, that's what I mean.
There it is.
But that actually is.
Listen. Let me say something. If they think they're a woman, then I'll respect it. And that's why I've been saying she. You know what I mean? I would respect
a woman.
I am not being a transphobic. It's scientific.
Guys, would you guys pause, please?
I didn't know you were still here.
Guys, I have the clip courtesy of Jord Woodwatches. Thank you, Jord, for providing this clip.
I
do appreciate that. Look, and Jord Woodwatches would like to tell me for finding this clip that they'd like to give you all 20% off a brand new Woodwatch! Exclamation point! Wood! Exclamation point!
100% off my fucking Jord Woodwatch.
You know what, Hassan? It's all right, Hassan. I thought you didn't want one because you're not a capitalist.
I fucking do want one now.
All right. Okay, I'll get you a Woodwatch. I've got the codes. It's in my email. Thank you. Here we go. All right. Thank you, George, for providing this fantastic clip. Here we go. Roll it.
Gender person. Am I transphobic because of that?
That was the question we had. That's what we discussed.
That wasn't what we discussed, because that was, he said, if you don't want to have sex with a transgender person, that you actually are transphobic.
She said, but
it's God telling you that you're.
That's not the start of the conversation, Raj. See, this is after the dialogue tree's already progressed. I also was publishing and hunting. There's the actual start where you had me frame the original question.
Okay, so do you want to give another clip? I mean, it's
I just DM'd it to you.
Can we just hear the clip? Like,
yeah, hold on. I really do want to play the clips. Can we just listen to it
Go
real
ahead.
quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I get some silence in here real quick, courtesy of Jordan? Thank you. Silence is courtesy of Woodwatch.
Just mute, Raj.
Yeah, I'll mute for just a sec. I'll deafen. Here we go.
Transgender person, am I transphobic because of that?
That was the question we had. That's what we discussed the entire time.
That wasn't what we discussed, because that was, he said, if you don't want to have sex with a transgender person, that you actually are transphobic.
She said, but
It's
yeah,
God telling you that you're wrong.
Your process for getting there, like, what is it? Because yes, saying that you wouldn't have sex with a
I
trans
like
person
women.
is transphobic. So you don't.
Okay, so that's the words that we heard. All right, so we played the whole clip, and Izzy has provided me a different clip, so let's watch this one. Hold on 1 second. All right, one second. We're going to talk about transphobia here and what that means. And in fact, I don't even want to. I'm not rehearsed enough, but I actually wanted to bring it up because I respect Izzy's perspective. Izzy, maybe you could intro this topic a little better than me.
Do you want the exact question format we were talking the other day?
I really want to go with that. I really want to go with that. Yeah, I'm a terrible host. I'm sorry.
The basic premises is, if you would refuse to date trans people because they are trans, that is transphobic.
Okay. All right. And if you Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. So, Izzy, in this video you said if you refuse to date somebody because they're trans, you are transphobic.
Yeah, that's what I fucking said.
That's what I was saying here. If you refuse to date, everyone keeps making it about just the sex part. That's fucking it, and not the overall blanket statement. That's the whole fucking point.
10 times now.
That's a ridiculous thing to say. It's a ridiculous thing to say, in my opinion.
How is it fucking ridiculous, Train?
It's way too general. It's way too general. There's just so many.
Okay, so then do the same exact fucking statement that everybody else used for the goddamn analogy. If you say you date a fucking person of color because they're a person of color, does that come from fucking racism?
I'm so fucking sick of you being a fucking victim.
No,
I
personally,
Sliker had the point. If you don't want to date a guy because he's a guy, that makes you homophobic.
All right, let's take guys. The round is over. The round is over. Okay, let's take a vote.
Holy shit!
Yo, get me out. I'm dead serious.
Why, Ali?
I'm just.
Oh, you're fucking around. Okay. All right.
Ali's
trying to farm.
I want to say one thing is that people have sex with hoovers. So how the fuck are we complain about? I won't fuck her. I won't fuck
Jesus, Ali.
A vacuum. What? A vacuum, man. Boys, hey, listen. There are men out there that watch this stream that have fucked their hoover. And don't talk to me because people out there like, oh, I won't fuck a transgender because, oh no, because he had a penis, now she's got a vagina. Bro, you would fuck anything on pulse, so don't stop talking.
Are you talking about when they try to fuck your nose?
No, some people get a hoover and put it on the tip of their dick. Like, I didn't do that when I was younger, but I had a friend that did that, and yeah, okay, let's move on.
Was it Ryan?
Jesus.
I fucking love
James.
you so gross. Like the factor that you get so fucking passionate about this, by the way, when
Bro,
you had no
I'm
idea
gonna
the
be honest.
topic was
Let me
coming.
say something, mate. Let me say something, please. If I
You're
was
my
single, I'd fuck men, women, anyone that wanted it. I'd be banging it as long as it was legal. I won't give a fuck.
What?
I won't give a fuck.
You're bisexual?
Mate, when you're horny and drunk, you'll fuck anything.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't speak for everybody, Ali. That's a little bit of a.
Mate, I'll get everyone drunk and be
Raj,
banging
don't
it.
even fucking act like this. You're
Hassan,
like
I
you're sitting in a
didn't
bathtub right now.
Excuse me, I'm not masturbating right now, okay? I want to make that very clear. All right, I want to make that very clear. I am not masturbating.
Wait, Rose,
Yeah.
Ali,
Yes, sweetheart.
could you fuck Austin if you were drunk enough?
Oh, for the love
Me and
of
Raj?
God.
Oh, dude, I love Austin. I think Austin is so good looking. Raj Patel.
Oh, stop it. Oh,
honestly,
stop it. He is really good looking, but stop it. I mean, let's just seriously. He's literally incredible looking. I forgot to tell him this morning. I mean, look at that. I mean, the way his jacket and his shirt picked up. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, Jubby, speak on that. Hello.
Hello? Are you kidding me? I'd let you eat the sauce any day.
Okay. Jubby, I do actually have a question. Are you like interested in that topic at all? Like you are a born or outspoken. You are a openly gay man, right?
I'm pissing. Yo, Raj, I'm pissing. Be right. Sorry, guys.
Anyway, go on. And do you have anything like? I'm curious if the LGBTQ community is unified on this topic.
Oh no way.
Yes, but no. Like we're really divided. There's people that in the same sense of, Canute, they're gay, but they wouldn't fuck a trans man.
Yep.
It's
M60 and I actually had a really interesting conversation about this on my show fucking yesterday. And Jubby, I'd do the same with you to hear your fucking thoughts and like that dialogue tree on it just out of curiosity. Like, but yeah, Jubby's completely right. We're some of us are completely united in this, and some are completely divided. The LGBTQ community does not stand as a lot of trans topics.
It's there's a lot of mixed opinions on it. Like, I wouldn't mind, doing it with a trans man. Like, there's no problem with that. It is a man anyways, in my view. But no, a lot of people wouldn't do it at all. Not even lesbians would go with a trans.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I had an actual semantic question. This is a legitimate question. So Alabrel responded to one of my tweets, and they said that I would do you any day or something like that. And I was like, I wanted to refer to them as the sexiest something, and I didn't know what to say. So like, I was gonna say obviously not man or woman because they consider themselves to be agendered. So do I say like you're the sexiest they that I know, or
just sexiest fucking age gender person? If you want to go all the fucking way down.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Sexiest person, sexiest.
Okay, all right. So I just want to know. All right, so let's take a vote. The vote is in. Canute has won the round.
Bathroom break?
Yes, of course. Please go ahead.
These conversations are obviously interesting, and I guess if they're educated, if all parties are educated and genuinely trying to learn, then they're productive. But like, there are trans people that are being murdered, and there is a trans panic justification for it. Like, this is not the prime concern of, I mean, and maybe Izzy can correct me on this, but I don't think this is the prime concern of like the trans community at the moment. It's more about legal rights. It's more about having equal civil liberties.
This whole fucking talking point
I just understand how
the fact that we have this conversation is though, and everyone inappropriately frames this as
this
though,
whole conversation
trans people are going around at gunpoint forcing people to fuck them is really damaging.
But Hassan, I agree with you. I agree with you. There are trans people being murdered, but to paint it as it's like there's chaos and mayhem in the streets.
No, that is.
Dude, I was statistically. Yeah, no, Raj, hold on that note. I was statistically more likely to die in the United States in 2017 for being trans than I was in 2009 in Iraq as an soldier. Statistically, I was more likely to be killed here for being who the fuck I am than in an active war zone as a fucking gunner in a gun truck convoy.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is, say if you died, you'd be honored. But say if an Iraqi died, no one give a fuck. That's all I'm saying. So just, you know what I mean?
Tons of us gave a fuck. We shouldn't have been there.
Being a bit too selfish right there, you know what I mean?
No, Sliker, tons of us give a fuck because we shouldn't have been there. I'm 100% with you. The shit we did there was horrendous. The way we treated the locals was fucking horrendous, and the damage we did to their cities is unfucking forgivable. I agree in fucking entirely.
Okay, guys. All right, let's take a vote. Canute, you are in charge. Monkey ass.
Okay.
He has a choice.
What Izzy talks
Hassan, hold on.
about
Hassan, hold your thought. Hold your thought. I want you to come. Hassan, I'm going to mute you. Just hold your thought, and I'll let you speak on it once Canute, the clearly most progressive person on the podcast, makes his decision. Thank you, Canute, for your progressive thoughts and feelings. All right. He is choosing between some of the chat's most favorite people, Jenna and Badbunny.
Oh, fuck, that's a hard one. I really want to argue with Badbunny, so I can't throw her off. Sorry, Jenna.
It's okay. I go out the second round every single time, Canute.
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Much love to you. Thank you. And Jenna, would you like to give a shout out?
Nice to meet you again, Jenna. Hopefully we can hang out one of these days.
Hold on, wait, Hassan. Wait a second. Wait, say what?
I said nice to meet you, Jenna. Hopefully we can hang out one of these days.
Maybe. Actually, I have one more thing to say. I don't understand why there's so much outrage out of the fact that Canute and Sliker is so uncomfortable with not sleeping with a transgendered woman. It's their choice.
Oh my God,
that's why it has to be.
You should have said it, Jenna. You should have said it before.
God damn it, Jenna had to drop something not progressive before she left.
Jenna, I mean, I call for a revote now.
I'm sorry. I had to say it. I can't say it over you guys yelling, but I don't think because you're not comfortable, it makes you transphobic or you hate anyone. I think it all comes down to preference, and that's that.
Oi, Jenna, where are you going now then?
I'm gonna go probably jump in my bed or I don't know.
Jenna, do you want to change my opinion just for saying that?
Go for it.
Wait,
I
what?
just couldn't say anything this entire time because you guys were yelling so much, and I've
She
been...
was supporting me so hard. I have to throw you off, Bad Bunny. That comment, Jenna made me change my mind.
Oh my God! What?
Jenna.
What?
Whoa, is this the first ever on the Raj podcast, dude?
He just switched his opinion.
She made me change my mind just by one sentence.
All right, well, that was interesting. What an interesting turn of events.
I don't understand how we're criminalizing
Okay, Bad
Canute
Bunny,
and
thank you
Sliker
so
for their
much for being here.
preferences.
I appreciate it. Canute switched his vote. Thank you so much. Would you like to give yourself a shout out?
Sure. Bad Bunny, twitch.tv/Bad Bunny. And I will have to say, I think it's really interesting, Canute, that you were going to keep me on so we can have an argument, but instead you backed down and kept somebody that agreed with you.
Oh, facts and called out.
Uh-oh.
I love drama.
It's all right. Canute doesn't always think. Sometimes the steroids impairs his thought process, but that's all right. That's all right. Canute's not the smartest cookie in the cookie jar. It's okay. No,
I love
Canute's very
Canute. Follow
intelligent.
Canute, guys. He's great. I love Canute. He's
Yeah.
great.
Thank you, Bad Bunny. I
Bye.
appreciate it. Much
Bye,
love to you.
guys.
Thank
Bye,
you.
buddy.
See you
Nice
later.
to meet
Another
you
one
guys.
bites the dust. Hi,
Bye.
Jenna.
You too.
Thanks, Canute.
Nice to
Later.
meet you.
All right. Jenna has survived one round only to be voted off the next one.
No, this makes me the furthest I've ever made in this podcast.
Wow! Give it up for Jenna! Woo! Jenna, yeah, she's breaking down barriers. She's about to destroy that high glass ceiling on the Raj Royale podcast. I'm just kidding. We actually had multiple women have won this podcast in the past.
Yeah.
All right, so Canute, or Hassan, you were saying something before I rudely interrupted you. Go ahead.
Oh, the point I was making about U.S. imperialism and illegal wars, especially in Iraq and Afghanistan, which are, I think Iraq is where Izzy served. Her perspective is completely sympathetic to yours after having no options, after being homeless for a decade, after being kicked out of her home. She had no other choice but to serve in the U.S. military, and it was rather exploitative. And she admits all of that, and you know, she advocates for the well-being of Iraqi citizens every day. So it's kind of fucked up that you would just assume that she is completely in the
my
wrong
opinion,
here.
I wouldn't believe that, mate. I wouldn't believe it. That person.
understand that, but
don't know. Listen,
What?
you the fuck just left then?
I did.
Oh,
Izzy.
Izzy's still here. Listen, I won't believe that shit. All these soldiers nowadays are saying, "Oh yeah, it's the Iraqis are the innocent people." I wish I wasn't there.
No,
Fuck.
plenty. Way
You
more,
were
okay,
behind the
you're
weapon,
wrong.
Hassan.
Many
You
more,
wasn't
many
behind
more.
the gun, mate. You cannot talk shit. Stop defending
Yo,
these sort of
many
people.
more-
You
no
were
one is
behind
criticizing
weapon.
the soldiers.
Many
They're
more
criticizing
troops
US foreign
still
policy, dude.
justify the illegal fucking war, okay? They still justify it. The American position is still that, oh, it was bad, whatever, who gives a fuck, it's collateral damage. So when you have someone who's actually served, who actually takes the time and says, like, look, this is fucking terrible. What we did was awful. Who has to live with that guilt, like, don't turn around on them and shit on them. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
Do you not believe that
if
people
we're
have the
coming from-
capacity to change, Sliker? Has your perspective not changed on things that you've done in the past?
Sliker, I'll ask you this because you say you don't believe it. Do you know why the fuck I joined the military?
No.
I was kicked out at 13 years old by fucking homophobic and transphobic parents when I didn't even know what I fucking was. I fucking starved on the street and ate fucking meals out of a dumpster. The military offered me $20,000, 3 hots, and a fucking cot. That's why I fucking enlisted. And then I got sent the fuck overseas. And then I got out and now I'm fucked and have no fucking VA benefits for it. I'm one of the millions of fucking veterans who sits here with absolutely nothing from our fucking government because the atrocious way they take poor people, make them desperately serve in a fucking system like that, and then throw them in the goddamn garbage. I understand and fucking sympathize with the fucking, the way that we treated the Iraqi fucking people, the Afghanistan fucking people, the factor that we were there for fucking oil, not for an actual goddamn reason. And I advocate for people not to join the fucking military because it's fucking terrible the way that we treat our fucking veterans once they are out. Plain and fucking simple. If you don't believe that I can hold that fucking problem, I don't know what the fuck to say to you. And to everyone screaming kick Izzy, I'm here because Raj wanted me to come back because
the reason why Izzy's still here, Chad, is because she's providing context to what we're talking about, okay?
Yep.
All right, that's the only reason. Once we move on to a different topic, Izzy will be escorted off by security, okay? All right, Jesus, holy shit. Yes, thank you. I would like to thank my security team, sponsored by Jordan Wood Watches. Thank you. Anyway, go ahead.
Izzy, thank you for your service, by the way. I appreciate that, and I do agree with you on that front. That we don't take care of our military when they come back home. I completely agree with you, and that is a huge
There's
issue.
tons we could agree and fucking talk about, Train. And I honestly, I'm a little sad that you brought this up after I was fucking kicked, because yeah, I feel like you didn't understand the original context of it and the way that this fucking dialogue tree went. I'll give you the original idea sometime. Fucking let's have a conversation about it. Awesome. I'm not doing this for fucking.
No,
We'll have that combo.
Yes, contrary to popular belief of this whole incel, mincel trash bullshit. Listen, I support. No, I support communities specifically. Listen, I support every LGBTQ, every goddamn community I support and I love, and I've been through it and I'm with it and I fight for you and I see you as a beautiful woman. I do, but it doesn't excuse certain things that are brought up that I don't agree with. Right? And you clarify that for me, and thank you. But what you said in that clip, I couldn't agree with. You cleared it for me. I appreciate it. I understand a little bit better, but I just cannot agree with that rhetoric at all. But thank you.
Well, like I said, we can have a private combo about it, and we can go the full combo just us and where it fucking lands and falls. Like I'd happily fucking do that with anyone. I talked to Canute after the fucking last stream. I would go have a fucking private combo with Sliker off stream so he doesn't have to worry about what the fuck is said. I would do the same with fucking anyone here and anyone else that has this fucking problem. Like literally the whole conversation is about making the blanket statement that you would never date a trans person because they are trans. And that is rooted in our societal fucking trans and sometimes homophobic views that keep us all fucking engaged and locked.
They mean because they're more uncomfortable with dating someone who's trans.
That's because that's okay.
Just not comfortable with it, is he?
And what you're not understanding is that comes from the fear of what's going to happen with the fucking genitalia when you have sex, which would only be between two partners in an actual fucking consenting relationship. And people can pull consent for no reason, much less for the reason of, oh my God, I did not expect this and I'm not ready for it. If it actually got to that point, this is a whole different conversation. The problem is it doesn't get to that point. People automatically refuse to even consider fucking trans partners when they could meet your unbelievable, unrealistic high standards. Hassan has even found trans fucking people that do meet his high standards that he shows and fucking talks about regularly. The problem is it can never get to that, and trans people are excluded.
We're gonna move on a little bit, unless anybody has any last words to say.
No, we don't.
No.
All right. We're gonna move on to a new topic, and that is what rhymes with Mitch. Oh, wrong topic. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Mitch. He's not here. He's sleeping. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Are there benefits to being single on Twitch? Benefits to being in a relationship? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So go ahead, Ali. If you, I'm just going through the topics. If you
listen, all you upcoming streamers out there, don't get with a girl or a boy. I love my girlfriend, but don't because especially if you're a girl streamer. Trust me. I'm not like. Trust me. If you're single and you're a girl streamer, guys are gonna be more indulged to watch you because they've got a chance with you. They want to believe that they're gonna be with you. Trust me.
Do you really think that's so? I'm curious. Does anybody disagree with this notion that if a girl is single on stream, it actually improves her brand, whereas opposed to if she was
I have an example of this. A legitimate example of this.
Okay.
In its work. So I don't know if I'm supposed to drop her name because she might not be comfortable with it. But she got a boyfriend, and she took a photo with said boyfriend on Twitter, posted it, and she lost all of her subscribers. She had about 50 left, down from about 300. So anyone who says
I don't believe it.
What about
that you can lose your audience?
Go ahead, Andy. Repeat that, please.
She's fine now, and she still has a boyfriend, but she had to rebuild her audience away from people who are cucked, thinking they have a chance with her, to people who actually watch her for her.
ST Peach is engaged. She does really well. I think it's a case scenario. And
wait, Andy, you're cutting out. You're cutting out. Say again, Andy.
Get him, Andy.
It has to do with the audience you have, and it's a case-by-case scenario because ST Peach is engaged. I don't know if Amaranth is married or she has like someone hidden under her bed, but it depends on how you treat your viewer base.
But Andy, okay, Andy. The question is, why was there a case of her hiding her marriage?
Okay,
Why do you
we
think
probably
she did
don't
that?
want to go into that. I don't think because.
Without her being here.
Without her being here. But let's
I'm
just say.
throwing out the question.
Yeah, but Canute is throwing out the question, the hypothetical situation, if there was an individual who perhaps had something that was hidden or hiding, not a marriage, but a relationship.
Why would anyone hide that?
Not a marriage, but in
talk
general,
about that.
It's not up
In
to us
general-
to figure out why. I mean, look, we could speculate on this
Actually, I know a
all
few
night,
people
but that
who
doesn't
hide their
change the
relationship
reality,
and
right? That has
they're
nothing to
just,
do
like,
with
giving
why
them
they
I
chose
love.
to do it.
I actually love how Hassan, your views, like for some things it is up to you what all of us think, but for other things it's not up to us what we think. Like it's the most like. When is it up to everyone and when is it up to you? Like,
Wait,
I don't
do you
understand
think I
this
don't
logic at
advocate
all.
It's almost
for
like it
personal
depends on the
privacy or
issue.
personal choices when I literally said that there could be a million different reasons why you wouldn't want to have sex with someone, and I completely understand that? The fuck are you saying? Just because you don't understand my argument doesn't mean I'm.
Guys, Pokimane, go ahead, please.
Oh my fuck.
Okay.
God, Hassan.
I do think depends on your audience. It also depends on the situation. There are girls who maybe their audiences think that they're single and then they show that they're not. Maybe they lose some viewers. There's also the opposite happen. You can end up dating someone and have it be good for your Twitch career or whatever it is, right? So things can go either way. Therefore, case by case basis.
Just like Pink
Personally speaking,
Sparkles and Asmongold, they're really good. Like well
Yeah,
suited.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, their Twitch career.
right? It is what
Pink
it is.
Sparkles.
It all depends.
Relationship.
No, but Pokey's
Trainwreck
exactly right.
TV, RajjPatel, we've been dating for 3 years.
Exactly. Me and Raj have been fucking for a long time. And
Yeah.
let me tell you right now, Raj knows how.
Yeah.
Raj knows how to swing a dick. I'll tell you
Tell
that.
you what, hey, I'm telling you, train. That's such an interesting way to describe my sex life. But
I think it should be up to the person whether or not they want to be public with their relationship. But I do kind of think that it's wrong to lie about it.
okay,
Yeah.
very interesting.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Straight up
Not
lie.
that I'm saying anybody has or doesn't.
Wait, I'm curious. I'm
Like,
curious.
not. Because
Destiny, go ahead,
I know
Destiny.
a lot of people who try to act, and there have even been other streamers who assume that I'm hiding a relationship with someone, and I've had to like confront them about that. I wouldn't lie about being single. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to find love, right? But
I thought
also,
you
if
were
you want to be
Greek.
super public about your relationship, especially in an industry where people just want to know more and more about your personal life, I think that should be up to you.
Can I have? I want to ask
Well
a question.
done, Pokey.
I wanted to ask this question to Pokey from the time she mentioned it. So you said, I know this is bringing back the old subject, but I wanted to mention this. Okay. So you said that if you'd like to wear like no bra, right, on stream.
Yeah.
Like, no bra and obviously something on top. Okay. So let me ask you this question: why every time you go to the bathroom, you always avoid showing what? It's just a question, you know what I mean? Why do you do that though? If you want really wear no bra, you know what I mean? Why do you do that? Like
Sliker, why do you
there's
need it?
people
Why do
who,
you
like,
need a car seat when you sit in a car? That's what I want to know.
No.
All right. Anyway,
that's-
go ahead,
that's-
Pokimane. Go ahead, Pokimane.
But he
Sometimes,
has
like,
actually has a
I
point.
just don't want to deal with chat like spamming thick or making comments about that yada yada. That's why I'm saying like I would like it if it was normalized to not wear a bra, and by
But-
normalized I mean people come into your stream,
Yeah,
maybe they notice or
Pokey.
don't notice, but
Yeah,
either
but
way, it's
that-
not like
I'm
a
not gonna lie.
bazillion.
Can I say something?
It's not
in
gonna
my
be your whole
opinion,
chat.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what?
what I
You
mean
know
by
what?
normalize.
Hold on,
Listen,
Jenna does the
you know
same
what?
thing. Jenna walks backwards when she goes to the bathroom, but
I think
unfortunately,
For the exact same reason
You know what?
she does.
Don't you guys think that's insane though? Like, don't you think that like that some girls have to do they go as far?
but hold on, Hassan, I want to be
I
honest
don't
with you.
want that
I
to
want
be the case.
I do want to be honest with you. When Austin goes and puts his flag up on the wall, everybody spams thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
maybe 'cause
I mean, they do that to me
And
too.
he's
I
a
don't
stick.
personally
They
give
do
a shit
it as
about
a
it.
joke to you guys.
Okay.
though.
I have a real
when I
question.
get up, I hide my
And
legs.
also, can I
different 'cause,
just
like, the
say,
way-
like, people
Go ahead,
judge
Pokimane,
me
please,
off-
and then Andy.
Can I just say, like, people will judge me off of my chat spamming thick, and so like they'll be like, "Oh, she's a sexual streamer because her chat is spamming thick because she got
no,
up."
it's not that. It's not that. Pokey, it's not because of that. Okay, it's because
Sliker,
when
how can you tell me that it's not that?
Let
when
me
that's
let
Go
me
ahead,
Go ahead,
explain.
go ahead.
No, I can explain because you know what
Okay.
I've got. It's called Arab vision.
Oh,
Okay, I am able. Okay, listen, I am able to analyze. Okay, so I'm gonna say something, right? So when you just said you don't like it because your chat spam thick, correct?
Sure.
Okay. when you do them things where you obviously cover yourself from doing that, you're seeking for attention. Because it's gonna stir it up. It's going to stir it up.
No. Nah, man, nah.
Oh
my
God, how does
Go ahead, Ali. 1 second, Andy. Sliker, Andy, thank you. Now this is the best fucking co-host I've ever seen. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Go ahead, Andy.
You kind of answered my question. I was thinking.
Wait, can I respond?
Yeah, after Andy, I'll get you. Oh, actually, hold on. Sorry, Andy. I'm sorry. I'm being. I'm. Go ahead, Pokimane. Finish. Sorry, this is critical.
Okay, under your logic, Sliker, if I do turn around and I get called thick, I don't want that. And then if I try to avoid it, I am still seeking for attention, and people think I'm seeking for attention in either way. So what the fuck do? You want me to levitate, shoot out my?
Well, you could choose to ignore it. I think that's how it started. That's how it really started.
No, what I'm telling you is if I ignore it and my
fucking God, because she just said that she would wear no bra. She just said it.
Are you actually this stupid?
Andy.
Are you actually this stupid, or do you wear no bra if it was normalized?
Yeah.
Where people
Andy, go, man.
Oh my God, I see nipples. Holy shit! Like that's when she would wear no bra.
All right.
In modern days, she's not trying to wear no bra. Like she isn't trying to.
Go ahead, Andy. Andy Thickalakis, go ahead.
No, but guys, people are saying like turn your cam off, do this, do that. What he's saying is if I turn my cam off, if I walk backwards, if I walk out of the frame just like I did, either way I'm seeking attention. So you're telling me that no matter what I do, I'm seeking attention? You're saying
no.
Well, I don't know what he's saying. Sorry.
Okay, Poke, I can give my opinion on it. I think you give
everybody
it
go.
more.
I really want Andy to go.
Andy.
Andy needs to
Well,
speak.
Andy's been waiting.
Andy's been waiting patiently. Seriously.
Okay, let Andy talk first, then me.
I was. This is even not that big. It's just a fucking big deal now. I was thinking girls are more afraid of how they're perceived than actually having someone say, "Oh, you're so attractive, you're thick." And tell me if I'm wrong, because I think it also is a case by case scenario. But like the stigma with female streamers and the ones who really put their body out and put their sexuality out. I understand why you wouldn't want to be lumped into that category, because it's not the greatest category. You know what I mean? And especially when you want to put out some intelligence,
am I muted?
gameplay.
No, you're not.
And so, like, I feel like most people steer away from that. Like, let me not show cleavage. Let me back away from the camera because of what people are going to think about you. And I get it, but I also think you should kind of like fight that and be like, fuck that. If you want to think that about me, fine.
No, honest to God, sometimes I'm like, fuck it, and I just do whatever the hell I want. And usually my mods in that sense will like emote mode only to try to avoid inappropriate comments. And sometimes I'm like, let me just avoid it. Like, for example, here, I'm on someone else's channel. I don't want to like take over the chat with like random thick comments. So I just walk to the side and it is.
Yeah, maybe you
That's so dumb how you got to do that though, Pokey. That's so dumb.
What I don't understand is why are people holding it against me? Why are you yelling at me for just
You're a woman.
My turn.
I'm actually trying to do the opposite of like garner attention.
The thing is, Poke, when I've seen this on a lot of streams, and when I see someone walking backwards, I think I'm not saying you're doing it intentionally.
Just say it, Canute. Just go.
You give it more attention than it actually would if you just walked away.
Just
normally.
say it, you fucking misogynistic pig.
Maybe for others.
Can I say something now?
Mine, but...
Right. No, but this is what I think. But Canute,
It looks weird.
Canute.
I understand your point. Can I just say I understand that point of people thinking, "Oh, that's weird. You're just drawing more attention to the fact that you're walking backwards." But it's like, again, give me an alternative.
Yeah, but now Canute, I will say this.
If I were to turn off my camera,
I will say
why
this.
the heck are
Canute,
you turning off your cam every time?
Canute,